It's a good thing these developers don't have to cite in a certain style when they do the opening credits like that, or they might get in trouble for just putting "My Hands, Leona Lewis." It's like, I wonder how the music company feels about that one. Alright, I'm turning the mic so you can actually hear what I'm saying. There we go. Sorry, I gotta move it too a little bit. Move it up a little bit. I don't know what that noise sounds like. I should probably check one time and just listen to it and find out. Oh yeah, so found out also, I think, unless I'm dumb, that you can sit on this screen until this song is over with its first loop before it goes to the intro. So since that's the case, I can sit here for wait for it. Now, till about then. About another 3 seconds after that, it probably would have ticked over to the intro again, which we would not have wanted. Anyway, we'll get started in just a couple of minutes. I do not still have notes. I had time to make the notes, but this game's synthesis system reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy X's because, from an outside perspective, looking into it, it's very obtuse. You have to kind of look at it from 6 different angles in order to really be okay, what does this do? What does this synergize with? How do I get to this? What does this do? Is this worth upgrading? There's a lot. I'll talk about my strategy that I have for it because I don't have notes per se, but I do know what weapons I actually want each character to focus on. The weapons themselves have determined which characters will be in which party because there's a total of 6 playable characters, so there's a flat 2 parties that you can use, just split. We'll have them in the same party each time just to make it easier and more convenient. I think. I gotta check their skills first before I do that, but excuse me, we'll see. And once I know the weapons, I can kind of just do the armor from there, because the armor, I'm probably honestly gonna have everybody with some type of bangle at the very least, and then because you get a total of 3 accessory slots by the end game. There's a 4th one you get in the post game, as far as I'm aware, but you don't get it till the post game, and I'm not planning on doing anything post game in this one, or if I am, I'm going to do very little. So, we'll shoot for 3 accessories. Probably again, one of them is just going to be a bangle because extra HP is never a bad thing, especially when there's no defense stat. So. Sorry, my water was over there, so I tapped the microphone, the pop filter. I have to move it over every time I start the stream because I need to stretch where I normally place it, which is right here at my feet. I stretch on the floor because it's easier to do it that way. But anyway, so what I need to do is I need to move it over somewhere else, so then I can just move it back without having to tap the microphone every time with my shoulder. Either way, let's do this. As a sort of add-on to the preamble there, since we're looking at... oh yeah, right, I'm supposed to read these. Hang on, I'll talk about it in a second. As a resident of Palampolo, Hope should never have been a candidate for the Purge. The radical government policy only concerns the inhabitants of the town of Bodum. Unfortunately for Hope and his mother, the Sanctum announces the Purge on the day they are visiting the coastal community, and the Sanctum soldiers rounding up the deportees make no distinction between locals and visitors. Later, at the Hanging Edge, Hope's mother is killed in the violence, which erupts when the true nature of the Purge is revealed. This indirectly leads to Hope's encounter with the Pulse Fal'Cie and his transformation into a cursed l'Cie. Now he rails against his cruel fate. He curses the government that started the Purge, the Fal'Cie who made him a l'Cie, the army that hunts him like a criminal, but most of all he chokes on the hatred he feels for Snow, the man responsible for dragging his mother into the battle that claimed her life. I can slow down now, thank God. Saz wants to help Hope return home to his father. The boy shows little enthusiasm for a family reunion, but Saz is insistent. He knows how it feels to be a dad. He won't tell us why yet, but... I mean, at this point, he's 36. He's old enough to be a grandpa in most JRPGs, so it's not really a shock that he'd know how it feels to be a dad. Which means him and the kids get to go on an adventure in the junkyard. Fun! How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIII, the stream edition. Last time we made it into Chapter 4 in the Vile Peaks, the trash heap of all Cocoon. And lightning ran off, so it's Saz, Vanille, and Hope just hanging around trying to catch up with her at the moment, and we'll see if we can do that shortly. We've got a pretty decent combo going, though. We've got Rav, Sab, Rav. We don't have a Commando at the moment, but that's fine. We don't need a Commando when we have a Saboteur. Commando is better for stabilizing the chain gauge, but Saboteur gets the job done as well. Really, 2 Sabs would make it perfect, honestly, but we'll get to that. Saboteur is honestly one of my favorite roles, if not my favorite role in the entire game. If like any character that's like got Commando, Ravager, and Saboteur as their 3 primary roles, it's like, yeah, no, this is it. This is the character right here. I don't think anybody in this game has that combo though. I'm pretty sure one character comes close, but they're not like they miss out on one of them. So like you have 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, but no 3 out of 3. So anyway, as an add-on to what I was saying previously, it's kind of serendipitous that Saz is currently party leader because as a result of me looking into how you do the weapon upgrade system, I am also most likely going to have Saz be our 2nd party leader. And honestly, he probably will be 1st party leader, all things considered. Like I'm going to have a party that I use for random battles and then a party that I use for boss fights. Because I'm pretty sure you can do that in this game. So, okay, he's going to see me no matter what I do, so let's just go in. But yeah, we'll have Saz be party leader. I think it'll be pretty good. It should, all right. Just use Flame Strike since I've got the extra physical on there. All right, do one more. Switch to Try Disaster. Start staggering the shit out of this man. Bang, bang, bang. I got the guns. So I started blasting. Wow. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. I was going to get all Danny DeVito about it, but I guess I don't have to since he's already dead. Fun. I don't know. I feel like if I don't think I have enough Iron Bangles at the moment to actually, like, equip everybody with them. I think I have it on most of you guys, though. Yeah, you don't have one currently, but I could give you a silver bangle. Yeah, I might just stick bangles on everybody, honestly. Like, it's nice to have the marks, but it might be better. Like, I'm thinking about the fact that everybody keeps leaving the party and moving in, and if they're going to keep switching in and out, and we're going to have to switch between parties as we go here, it might be better just to have bangles in everybody's first accessory slot, just so that way I don't lose out on anything excessive, you know? Like, I know we're going to lose out on a little bit of magic in the process, but here's the thing. The stats that you enter battle with actually determine how much target time you need in order to get a 5-star ranking. So if you enter battle with less magic, you actually get more time to get a 5-star rating. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. I would worry about these guys, though, because I remember them being a pain in the nutsack to fight. Especially when it's just Saz, Vanille, and Hope here. Like, it'd be nice if we had, like, I don't know, a Sentinel for these things, but we don't currently have a Sentinel, so I'll just do the best I can. Okay, I was going to try to get a preemptive, but he wasn't having none of that.
Let's put these babies to work.
Sounds like a plan, Saz. Let's see how they handle some Flame Strike. They're a pain because they can consistently, like, stop you from getting, like, all of your stuff off, basically, which is not so good. Alright, I'm just going to do this real quick so we can stagger him and then go to Try Disaster. Because that stagger bar ain't going to last long. We got to make it last. 1, 2, and go back. Alright, we'll lose that bar, but that's okay. We can stabilize it a little bit by getting Deep Protect and everything up on him, so. I think we should be okay for this fight. I'm going to switch back to Try Disaster in just a second. 1, 2, 3, stagger. Get the Try Disaster going. I don't need to look at the little thing. Just get him killed and we're good. Alright, good. One of the nice things about Saz's physical strikes animations that I personally like a lot, especially when you have a Sentinel in the party, is that every time he takes a shot, like his first shot, that is, he steps backwards, which is more helpful than you might think, because if the Sentinel's sitting in the middle of the enemy party, you don't want to be anywhere near that guy. Don't want to get any extra, like, AoE.
Not during the war, not since. They might have tried, but none of their forces made it into Cocoon.
So what did they do, drag that in here?
Then the Sanctum's foul seed pushed them back.
Like after they
What'd you, sleep through history?
Um,
More or less. So, what's a ship from Pulse doing here?
Once the war was over, people couldn't live near the rim anymore. In places like the Hanging Edge.
that explains why Hanging Edge is like a
Gathered up
mess.
scrap from Pulse and used it for rebuilding here.
And they left all the garbage here.
A bunch of garbage.
Yeah. Fun.
Who'd have thunk? A post-foul C and who knows what mixed in with all the trash.
So did it take them like hundreds of years or something to find the pulse fal'C mixed in with all of the stuff that they used from this? Because my impression was that the war was like hundreds of years ago. Was it recent? I don't remember that in history
I'm gonna
class.
go peek ahead.
Oh, okay. You do that.
Do me a favor. Stop wandering off and stay where I can keep my eye on you.
Well, she's still in eyesight at the moment, so that's nice. Oop. He saw me! He turned around on me and he has a friend. That's fine. Just send them to the great beyond real quick. Do another one. That should get them into this one into stagger anyway. Yep. Alright, swap it up. And get them mited. Switch back. Oh, okay. Oh, no, man, he's dead. We're good. Ain't gotta worry about it. 1, 2, 3, switch back, because we got all our debuffs on him, so now we should be able to just bang, bang, bang. Yep. Hammering them out. Those bangles are actually fairly nice, though, because, well, first of all, Hope has, like, no HP, so it's actually probably better if I give him the silver bangle. He's so entirely, like, devoid of health. It's kind of ridiculous. Sorry, my voice, like, reverse cracked there. But he's so entirely devoid of health, it's ridiculous, so it's probably better to give him the silver bangle, but... And then second of all, it just makes it so that you don't have to heal as much. Like, we don't have the doctor's coat on us currently. Lightning's got it, so we gotta be a little careful. And in this particular case, a little careful means, well, having extra HP. It continues to make a case for why I would want to have an Iron Bangle on at a good chunk of times here. Okay, what's up there, though? Oh, an Urstrix, okay. Incubus, excuse me, that's not an Urstrix, that's Final Fantasy XII. Hey Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. Greetings. We're just hanging out with Saz and the kids, shooting our way through all these crazy kids, enemies. Yes, that's the correct way of putting that sentence. I wonder if these things are going to fight each other. Probably not, because like some of them are Psycom and some of them are not. Let's hit the Incubus first. I feel like he's probably the worst target with this particular notion. Just because he does all the staggery stuff that he does, so... Can't quite get him there, huh? Okay, that's fine. There we go. Alright, switch it up. Get rid of him, and then we'll get rid of the Pulsework Soldier after that. Yeah, like, he's dealing damage, don't get me wrong, but... I'm not really too concerned about it, you know. Oh, I gotta switch, hang on. There we go. Okay. Maybe I'll go Sinsab Mad and let him heal himself real quick. Give myself vigilance, because why not? Okay, now we kill him because we don't want that stagger bar to be gone. That would make things a lot harder on me. Swap off the Try Disaster, and off we go! Straight to the scrap heap with you. I mean, that's where he is, technically speaking, now, but, you know. The other scrap heap, the one where you're just dismantled and in parts. That scrap heap. So yeah, I don't know, like, I'm kind of torn on whether or not to use the Power Wristband and the Magician's Mark more. You don't have to, Hope. You're not the tank at the moment. You're not the Sentinel. Hope! Okay. I'm kind of torn on it, honestly, because it's like, excuse me, do I want to increase my potential like, it could create problems, because then it's like, okay, well, I have more magic, but that means I'm not going to have an easy time getting a 5-star ranking because I've got more magic, and the game ranks your ability to get that stuff based on your strength or magic stat that you enter the battle with. It doesn't take into account, like, buffs. So, like, if you get something with auto faith or auto bravery on it, it doesn't take that into account, though, so. Maybe I'll potion after this. Maybe not. I think I'm okay for now. Switch after this. Go. Get him staggered, and then we don't got to worry about our HP because he will be a sitting duck for the rest of the fight. I gotta tell you though, the first time I played this game, I did not know that saboteurs could stabilize the chain gauge, so this part of the chapter was tough for me. I had not very good luck with 5-star ratings here. It was not particularly easy to do. I'll tell you that much. Ooh, a treasure chest. Ooh, a bunch of treasure chests. But yeah, knowing that saboteurs can stabilize the chain gauge, oh, it makes this game so much easier. It also sort of centralizes saboteur as like a really important role, to be fair, but I'm okay with this because I love debuffing enemies. It's like my favorite thing to do, personally. That's why I was so mad when Final Fantasy XIV took away most of my debuffs. What was that metal armband that we just got? Let's see. Metal armband. Resist deprotect, plus 30%. Gabbish. Absolute gabbish. We will use that precisely never. There are some status effect preventing, or rather status effect resisting gear accessories that we will use, but it's mostly like stuff that resists instant death. So like stuff that, you know, you would always use in any other Final Fantasy game as well. So like that sort of stuff. Okay, you're done with Synergist, so just keep moving. What do you got there? Overwhelm. Boost chain bonus effect of attacks for each ally targeting the same enemy. You know, that actually would be really useful right now, but I don't think we'll get there right now. No, we won't. We'll get just about there. So probably, you know what's going to happen is we're not going to get this until after we already get Lightning back in the party. So he won't get as much of a bonus out of it, but that's okay. Alright, where are we going from here? You're done with that. You're not done with Medic, but I don't really care about Medic, so to be fair. You already got fire, so let's just leave that where it is. 75, 130. Okay. We'll leave that where it is now as well, and then in another save point you should be able to max out your Ravager, and then it's just Medic. Where do we get you? So your Synergist is all done. Let's keep up the Ravager game. Okay, so it's just a few more minor bonuses for you. I don't know why they put a lot of these strength bonuses in Hope's early Crystarium, because he doesn't, like, attack physically. Like, he doesn't get any strike abilities, so, like, what does it do for him? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't determine his physical defense, so why put those in? I mean, I understand in the late game, because in the late game you get access to the attack command again with him when you can unlock Commando for him, but until that point, like, what's the purpose? I don't get it. Did we look it up in ARMS last time? I don't think we did. You can purchase a bunch of stuff that you could use later on if you didn't, like, if you sold the Blaze Fire Saber or the Vega or the Wild Bear, you could buy them again. I believe this was Vanille's starting weapon as well, if I remember correctly, so we can get that back again. Ninurta is new, though. Ninurta is a new weapon for Hope. It gives him a little bit of extra strength. I'm not really particular, or no, a little less strength, excuse me, but it's probably better when you upgrade it than the Air Wing, because it has higher bonuses that it gets when you upgrade it, but we don't even have Synthesis yet, so we can't really do anything with that. Honestly, I'm probably just going to leave the Air Wing on him. You don't even need to, like, upgrade your weapons. There's been challenge runs done of the game where they don't upgrade weapons at all, and you can still beat the game just fine. So, like, I don't think I'm going to bother, honestly. The Black Belt and Rune Bracelet I might be more down for, though. They're a little expensive at the moment. We'll get one of each, I think, from other places. But the Resist Physical and Resist Magic, honestly, I'd be kind of down for both. Like, I could stick those on in the second and third accessory slots, and we'd probably be in great shape for the rest of the game. I don't know yet. I think they're pretty decent to upgrade as well, so, like, they're not too expensive to upgrade. Obviously, at the moment, we've got a little bit less money than we could, but Really, to be fair, that's not really a huge deal because we can sell some stuff now, and as I have mentioned previously, we're not going to use the binding rod, so we can just sell that bad boy right off right now for a little extra money. We're not going to use the Pearl Wing Staff, but I need to find Vanille's other weapon first. I'm probably going to get off the Gladius once we get Lightning back, because if I remember correctly, once we get Lightning back in the party, we actually gain access to upgrading, so I'll probably put the Blaze Fire Saber back on her so she can use that. We don't need the Denebs. I'm going to sell those. And I'm kind of kicking myself for leaving Power Circle on Snow, because 2250 Gil at the moment would be pretty useful for me. I don't want to sell Wild Bear for him. Or do I? No, I don't, actually, because he won't get his weapon until Chapter 10, I think. So I'm actually going to want to, like, actually leave that where it is until we get there. But the Gladius will be nice to sell once we get Lightning back in the party. 3550 Gil at this point in the game is nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure. But then, again, imagine how much more it would be if I could add another 2,000 to that. Oh, well. So Snow's got the Power Wristband, Lightning's got the Doctor's Code. So we need one more Iron Bangle in order for everybody to have stuff. But by the time we get Snow back, we'll probably have access to better bangles. I mean, hell, we can buy silver bangles right now, so I don't know. I'm going to leave this. Oh, we have another silver bangle. Okay, well, then never mind. We don't even need this Iron Bangle. What's the purpose of this? Hang on. There we go. Now I know what I've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. So maybe I'll leave it, honestly. Like, we do eventually want to upgrade to silver bangles, but I don't think we need them just yet. So I'm going to leave the spark rings, though, because resist lightning can actually come in handy somewhere down the road. I can get rid of that, though. I wouldn't sell the Doctor's Codes, though, because they only need 200 experience in order to be improved to level 2. And if I remember correctly, they get mastered or star leveled at level 2. And when you star level a weapon or accessory, you can eventually, later on in the game, dismantle it for components. I don't remember if you get that when you get access to synthesis or later. But you can dismantle it for components, and the Doctor's Code actually dismantles into like one of each of the aerosols and then an elixir. So it's pretty good. As for the other stuff, well, they'll keep the organic components on top, the synthetic components on the bottom. However, the credit chip we can actually just sell because it's not particularly good for the effects it has. Like the prices that we have here don't one-to-one indicate the amount of points it gives to the shops. Like, what was the game where that was the case? I don't remember what game, but I think we played... Oh, no, that was in Xillia 1 and 2. What the hell am I thinking? Yeah, in Xillia 1, the price that you can sell this stuff for directly tells you how much each component provides the shop with in terms of points for upgrades. In this game, I don't think it's one-to-one, so if it is, I'd be surprised, because I'm pretty sure some of these give a lot more experience than the 140 to 230 that they're saying here. I also don't know if we need the Millerite all that badly. There is a really decent guide on the internet that talks about this stuff, but it doesn't talk about the upgrades all that much, like the upgrade materials. So let me just see what we use Millerite to upgrade. I know we use it to upgrade iron bangles, but if we can buy silver bangles for only a small amount more than an iron bangle, then why hold on to it? You know what I mean? Yeah, it just upgrades the iron bangle. And it costs 800 gil to purchase a silver bangle. And 1,000 gil... Well, maybe I'll leave it just so that way, like, I'll keep it so that I can upgrade 2 iron bangles, you know what I mean? If I hold on to it. Because then I don't have to buy 2 silver bangles, I have it for free instead of spending the 1,600 gil on that, so maybe I'll just do it that way. We can think about that when we actually get the components to do that, though. For now, we don't have the components to do it, we don't have the kit to do it, so we won't even worry about it for now. Let's just keep moving. I get lost in the sauce sometimes with this stuff, so I gotta kind of... Like, I try to plan this stuff ahead. I mean, that should be obvious based on the fact that I make notes for these sorts of things, but sometimes I look at it, like I have to look at it a little bit, and then I sort of get lost in it. I'm like, okay, well, I can do this, and this, and this, and this, but it's like, you don't gotta get too in depth with it, man. We're not even there yet. Slow down. Is there 3 of them? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, actually, no, there's another guy. Heretic Dance. I should get rid of the Succubus first, because I think I remember Heretic Dance being not particularly good for anybody involved, so... Okay, let's just do one of these, because Vanille's getting absolutely trashed. Maybe I can... There we go, we've got enough stuff to get rid of you. I'll use another potion while I wait for my ATB to come back. And then I think I should be able to switch to Tri-Disaster now. Yep, good. See, now that could have been pretty bad. Thankfully it was not, but it could have been pretty bad. Actually, I don't think Smart Bomb's going to do anything because we've got Deprotected Shell on him already. That's unfortunate. It's deeply unfortunate, but we'll make it work. Goodbye. Sorry, Vanille. But we got him, so that's the important part. Only 4 stars, but that's alright. Like I said, it determines your drop rates, so like the higher the star ranking, the more likely you are to get rarer items, if I remember correctly, and then the lower your star rank, the more likely you are to get aerosols. I know that part for sure. But that being said, like, you don't have to get 5-star rankings. It's not necessary. So, I wouldn't worry too much about it. You know? It's not like the end of the world if you don't get a 5-star ranking. I feel like I could probably... Okay, never mind. Probably to sneak up on the guy, I would have needed to, like, walk rather than run. No, definitely go after the Succubus first. As we have seen previously, the Succubus is the most important target because that Heretic Dance, I think it buffs them, if I remember correctly. That's probably why Vanille was crash and burning so bad. Oh, hang on. Incubus first. Oh, I've got Deprotect. You know what? That's probably what it was, actually. It's probably Deprotect, and that's why I was having a harder time, because when you're getting trashed while you have Deprotect on you, obviously that doesn't really help too much. I'll wait. Ow. Okay, I'll potion, and then I'll go. Alright, switch it up. Back to this again. Ow. Okay, well.
Nuts. Finally run out.
That's no good. So, I gotta get rid of the Succubus first. Because of Heretic Dance. Although I guess I don't have to. But getting rid of the Pulsework Soldier probably... You know, maybe I just do this, honestly, because if I can get a preemptive strike on them, we'll be in a lot better shape. So, I'm okay with using a Deceptisol here. I don't really... You won't get to use it on bosses. That's where I want to save the Fortisol and the Aegisol for, but... Yeah, I would rather use it in this particular situation.
Good night.
Alright, now the Incubus. We're going to lose our Stagger, but that's okay. We got rid of the Succubus before Deprotect could go off, so that's important. It'll make things a lot easier. Literally looked up and saw the game over screen. What the fuck happened? I got Deprotect on me, and then I switched to Tri-Disaster, and in the middle of this animation, I died. So... I won't worry about it. It doesn't take hardly nothing to get back to this point, so... I didn't switch to Medic either, that was the thing. I was like, no, I don't think I need it, and then I died, so... I think I'm going to switch to Medic now, though, just to get this going. Give myself Bravery. Stab it up. Actually, I don't think we need Saboteur because it's already... Yeah, okay, hang on. Yeah, because it's already all the stuff is there. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. See, it just took a little bit of doing. Just had to fix his wagon a little bit, and then once we fixed his wagon... I mean, obviously it took a preemptive strike to do it, but that's okay. We have 5 more Deceptisols that are stuck inside of Hope's absolute storage space, so it'll be fine. A passive detector? I think that's a synthetic component. Don't think I've gotten that one before, though. At least not on this playthrough. Definitely gotten it previously, but it might be a rare drop. Alright, well, is it 2 Pulsework Soldiers? Yeah, it is. Okay. This could be tricky. Especially if I don't get a preemptive, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Alright, actually, let me see if Fire Arrow works a little bit better for the stagger. Not particularly. Okay, try Disaster it up, and we'll get him going. I don't personally think that Saz is particularly good as a caster, personally, just because I think his casting speed is a little low. But what do I know, right? Ooh, okay. Hang on, Hope! There you go. But it might be better in this particular case. It might be providing a little bit more stagger for us, so I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we're fine. Now he's a sitting duck. That's the nice thing about Pulsework soldiers, though, and I'm kind of glad that they don't go too crazy with the enemies in Saz's case here, because then you don't have to worry about, like, hang on, anything super highly offensive like the incubi and succubi just assaulting your party when you don't have a whole lot of options to maneuver around them, you know. When it's just Saz and the kids, it's tough, but got it mostly down at this point, so. Alright, the objective marker's up there. And then we continue after that in Devastated Dreams. Love the names they've got for this place. Definitely the place I'd want to spend my vacation. Okay, so let's upgrade some more. You're done there, so let's keep going here. We'll get Overwhelm, and again, most likely we will get it right as this section with the three of them together is over. And we won't get to use it for a little bit, but that's okay. We'll make it work. You're still working on Ravager. So, what do we got here? 130? Yeah, we can finish that off for you. What about Medic? How's Medic look? Next one is 75 away. And it's a little HP, so that's not bad for her. Just passive bonuses anyway at the moment after that, so I'm not really too concerned about that. As for Hope, he's not done with Ravager. So let's just finish that off because it should be, yeah, 120 and then it's done. Alright, and he should be able to get one more thing as well. Yeah, because it's 90, but 90 doesn't particularly matter in this case. Because he has 91. So, extra HP. Not a bad thing either. Alright, yeah, I'm kind of okay with the way that the party's equipment is now, because leaving these two with just iron bangles, it's probably fine, because, whatchamacallit, those are the lowest level equipment that we have at the moment. Keeping Hope with the silver bangle just makes sense, because he has the lowest HP out of anybody. And I think Lightning's still got the Doctor's Code, Snow's got the Power Wristband, but, well, those can't really do much for me where they're at the moment, so. Alright. Off we go. Save again, and then off we go. Yeah, I don't know. I might use the Power Wristband or the Magician's Mark, and I might not yet. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of trying to make as little effort as possible into all of this stuff, in case that wasn't clear.
Hey, welcome to the party.
I don't feel like grinding that shit out.
Would it kill her to smile?
It might. She's been through a lot. But we have new party member. And by new party member, I mean Lightning is back in the party, and Saz is still the party leader, so I'm kind of okay with this, to be honest. You know, probably before I take care of these guys, though, I should make sure my paradigms are back in, because, like... Oh, I get her survival knife back. Okay, well, she's in the party, that's fine. I can't believe, that's really weird that it does that, like, twice, you know? Like, every time she comes into the party, she gets that back. She also has, like, 850 CP, so maybe it would be better... I know, let's go. Hold on, I'm going back to the save point. Lightning's ahead of us again, but she's in the party now, so I don't have to worry about her getting too far away. Rubber banding on me or something. Okay, but let's use some of her CP since she's got a whole lot to use, and might as well, you know, bring her up to the speed with everybody else in the party. Let's see, what do I want to do first? Probably Commando, because that's where she's currently... She's the only Commando in the party at the moment, so it's probably better to try to work that bad boy out. Maybe max it out while we're at it. Fault Siphon. What is Fault Siphon again? Slightly charge ATB gauge upon attacking a target afflicted with status ailments. That'll be nice. Having Vanille in the party, that'll definitely help. Because there's going to be status ailments galore in this party. Alright, there's that. And then Spark Strike. Okay. And Aqua Strike. Alright. Start leveling towards it. Extra HP or Spark Strike. Definitely extra HP, I think. Because she's currently got not so much. Although that's because the Doctor's Coat is equipped on her, so let's just switch that out. Yeah, I'm going to stick the Blaze Fire Saber back on just because I'd rather sell the Gladius. And as for the rest, she's going to be in the middle of a whole bunch of enemies, and she gets Physical Wall from the Silver Bangle anyway to go with the Blaze Fire Saber. I should talk about this a little bit, actually, how this works. So each weapon and each accessory in the game is in a certain quote-unquote synthesis class, right? So there's ones that are for physical wall, ones that are for magic wall, ones that are for damage wall, for example. There's ones that give you ATB rate increases. There's ones that give you, what else? Buff duration. There's ones that give you these other passive abilities that activate after you do certain activities in battle. And if you equip a certain number of pieces of equipment that are in the same class, it will give you a bonus buff. So for this example, the Black Belt and the Silver Bangle are both in the Physical Wall synthesis category. The Blaze Fire Saber, as well, is also in the Physical Wall synthesis category. So is the Gladius. So what that does for us is that Physical Wall 5 with the little circle with the arrow next to it, that is the passive ability that is given to you when you have two pieces of equipment on the character that are in the Physical Wall class. So now the first 5 points of physical damage that are done to lightning are completely negated as a result of her having the Blaze Fire Saber and the Silver Bangle equipped. I wouldn't personally build for these. If you don't get them, you'll still be fine. But having a little bit of benefit, especially in the case of Physical Wall, early in the game is pretty useful because there's a lot of enemies that'll like shoot at you with guns or use like low damage hits. And any little bit that you absorb and don't have to deal with is pretty nice. So I think there will be a couple of instances later on in the game where I specifically give characters certain accessories because their weapon has a certain class to it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that for everybody yet, though. I got to figure out what I want the accessories to look like later on in the game. But in the meantime, while Lightning is like the primary commando and going to be up close and personal with all the enemies, I think I'd rather bully. I think I'd rather have her be able and available to do that. So, honestly, this kind of works pretty good. I'll probably put 2 Relentless Assaults in. Put this all the way down. What is Comstab Rav again? Ruthless, okay. Might keep that for a quick minute. Wouldn't be too bad to have. I might actually stick Bully here, honestly. And what does Syncom Rav do for me? Decimation, okay. Hero's Charge, Coordination. Actually, Syncom Med would probably work pretty good, honestly. So let's stick that down here. Stick this here. Second Relentless Assault, because that way we can use that, and then try Disaster. Alright, I think we'll start on Ravcom Sav, because that way we can use Overwhelm, and we can use Fault Siphon and all that stuff to its maximum benefit when Vanille does that stuff, and then we can just switch to Relentless Assault and go crazy. So we'll see if that works out. And I'll save again just because I'm already here, so I might as well. So I don't have to do all that CP stuff again. By the way, if you hear any random... Sorry, Vanille, didn't mean to get in your space there. Hear any random, like, clicking or something smacking against, like, a plastic surface in the background? I have to get crickets for the leopard gecko that I have. And I bought what was supposed to be a dozen crickets from the pet store a couple of weeks ago. Okay, this is pointless. Let's just sneak up, not sneak up on them. We can't. Yeah, I bought what was supposed to be a dozen crickets from the pet store like, I think at this point, almost 2 weeks ago. And, well, like I said, it's supposed to be a dozen, so, like, it's $2 for a dozen. And then when I got the bag, which had all of the crickets in it, there was, like, 75 crickets in that bag. I was like, I don't think you counted these right, or at the very least, you didn't really, like, look when you were counting them, because that's kind of a lot of crickets, man. So I haven't had to go buy them, because there's, like, a whole bunch of them left, basically. Like, they've been alive for 70 million billion years here at this point. Alright, I think I'll stagger him from this, yeah. And now we just beat him up. And it's surprising to me because I can't believe there's still some alive after this long. It's like usually they don't last 2 weeks. They usually last like maybe a week and a half at the most. And now here we are over 2 weeks and they're still hanging on. Give them credit. I mean, I gave them food and, you know, water. Well, the cricket equivalent of water. It's like a gelatin. But, yeah, I don't know. Succubus a go-go? I can't believe we got a preemptive strike here. It's nuts. Okay, well, maybe I should just, okay, there we go. I was gonna press triangle, but then I had to scratch my leg, and my hand was not anywhere near the controller. So something was warned that we were on our way down. Maybe I just got lucky because I hit the back side of the enemy. Okay, whatever. I don't know, man. Succubus in the back, though, so... focus him up! Swap over. I don't know if Relentless Assault is the best at this point, because we haven't really done any debuffing. But, yeah, we'll use it anyway. Why not? There we go. Actually, Ruthless again. Probably unnecessary, but... yeah, we got D-Shell on him. And we got D-Protect. She got it in right before I swapped to Diversity. Nice. Bye! Keep your eye on the birdie! Didn't really need Diversity there, but it worked out. So, alright, let's see what we got here.
Here we go. Nothing to it.
Nice. I see a thing up there, though, so that probably means we're going to have some Pulsework soldiers decide to drop in and join on the fun. Did we get enough of anything to even... I mean, we might get one thing in this save point. Excuse me, one thing out of this save point. I think I'm going to wait on any more Crystarium stuff until the next save point. Because it's not like there's going to be a boss right after this big chunk of enemies that we're about to go fight, you know what I mean? Like, they won't do that, I don't think. 2 Succubi, okay. So, we got to get rid of the heretics, although I guess, really, is it necessary if there's only one Incubus? Let's just get rid of the Incubus, you know? I don't know if this is the right idea, though. We'll see in a minute. 1, 2, 3, Relentless Assault. And after this, we should be okay. Okay, yep. Yeah, see, because they don't really, like... they kind of just de-protect you, you know? And that's it. So, that's fine. So we get rid of their backup, and they are easy pickings. Or easy enough pickings. I shouldn't say it too loud, because they'll hear me, and then, well... we all know what's going to happen then. I'm going to talk shit, and then get hit. Alright, here we go. stick to it one more round, then off to Relentless. How's the other one on debuffs?
Did you see that coming?
Okay.
Bobbing and weaving.
Switch. Because then we should have our bar back. Yeah, there we go. See? Because if you switch before you use the bar, well,
That wasn't scary at all.
you keep the bar, so that's helpful. All right, next up. I think that's a preemptive. Because I got in there, I saw them coming out, and I said, what if I just hit them before they even, like, come out? And the answer is, you get a preemptive strike. So that's awesome. Got this one staggered as well, so that's helpful as well.
Hold it together.
I'm going to try just fire arrowing it. The reason why you switch, by the way, between the elements there is it actually increases the chain gauge, the stagger gauge, a little bit more if you alternate the elements that you're using. So it's worth your while to do that no matter what. I mean, even if Deep Protect is on, it's worth it. So that being said, if we can get D-Shell on him, that would be nice as well. Okay, that works. Can't believe we're already hitting for over 1,000 damage and it's only chapter 4. You gotta wait for these kind of numbers in other Final Fantasy games. In this one, they just give it to you. They're like, nope, here you go. The damage cap for this one, by the way, is still 9,999. So, oh, okay, nothing in here other than the enemies. So I guess you could have skipped it. However, there is an alternative method if you really want to skip through all the enemies in the area. Like, if you wanted to do something like a no encounters run or a low-level run in this. Yeah, Lightning, get off my tail. You could, basically, you run into an enemy, or near an enemy group. You use a Deceptisol. You run past as many enemies as you can before the Deceptisol runs out. This is the end of this section. And as soon as it's about to run out, you run into a group of enemies, and then you click retry. If you do this, you get the Deceptisol back. So you only ever really need one Deceptisol, because you can just use that to run past as many enemies as you want, if that's your what you want to do. If you're trying to, you know, use them for preemptive strikes, obviously you'll need more than one, but if you only want to use it to avoid encounters, you only ever need one, so. I believe, if I remember correctly, this is the boss fight where we get the kit that we need in order to do the upgrading that we need to do. So, this is going to be 120, so we'll get this from the boss fight. Alright, cool. Next up, Lightning, you're done with Commando, so let's get you back on Ravager. We already started with that a little bit. Yeah, I'll get Spark Strike, why not? She'll probably use it in the fight, but that's fine. And she needs another, so she only needed 2 more CP to get Aqua Strike, but that's okay. We'll get some from the boss fight, so I'm not really too concerned. If we end up being slightly behind for the entire playthrough, I'm actually really okay with that, because that means I won't be too OP for any given section, you know. I say too OP because there's always still a possibility of being OP. It just depends on the situation. Alright, you're done with those, so off to this. And you can get one more. Okay. Not that it matters, you're out of the party, so, you know, can't really use that for anything at the moment. Okay, and I think that's it. We're starting in Ruthless, let's do this. And then we'll go to work and we'll see what this guy can do. Gonna have to use a Libra Scope at the start because it would be more useful than, well, not doing that, so. But it's a big circular arena, so what do you think's gonna happen here?
What is that?
If you guessed fighting the big fuck-off mechanical monstrosity from Crisis Core,
And that's bad for us, isn't it?
you were correct! Let's put him through his paces. See if he needs a change of oil. Is it worth using the Libra scope here or just Libra? I think I'm just going to use Libra here, actually. Ow. Wait, hang on, I can check here. Susceptible to deep protect. Vanille, keep that in mind. Alright, well, we'll keep doing this. The D shell isn't as necessary, so just top us off, and then we'll go from there.
I appreciate it.
Top yourself off while you're at it before he does well, this. Ow. Steam clean! Bad feeling about that. Where's my synergist one? Here it is. Alright, bravery for me. Bravery for lightning. Wait, steam clean probably gets rid of these, doesn't it? Well, let's just stagger him then. Oh no, you know what it does? It gets rid of his debuffs. Okay, I see. I should have given faith to Vanille. I just swapped because I was like, no, I think it gets rid of his things, but it's fine. Alright, so now let's give Vanille faith real quick. And back to this. Hold it together, team! We almost got him staggered. We might not need to, though, honestly. He's going down pretty quick. Okay. Staggered, so we should be able to get the last little bit here. Okay, good. The reason why I use Libra, by the way, is because this is another two-phase boss fight. Because he'll use his Wrecking Ball to smash the arena and then knock you down here. So, yeah, I wouldn't use a Libra scope to start with.
You alright?
I think so. Incoming.
Great. Alright, back to it. Hope, just stay up there and provide moral support, I guess. Alright, now we can use the Libra scope. So let's just do that. Oh, we're on Relentless Assault for some reason. Alright, well that's not what I wanted, but, you know. What's he got? Okay, he's normal to everything. He's immune to poison but susceptible to deep protect. He can remove his own status ailment, delivers devastating physical attacks, high damage dealing potential. I think that's just all bosses. So, and he has, you know, over 44,000 HP. That's not bad. Alright, we'll swap off to Ruthless in a second. Probably should have done Rav Rav Sab though, because that probably would have been a little bit easier. Oh wait. Okay, now we'll go. Oh, she got him up on there already. Good. Got the debuffs already on him. I'll wait actually. We'll go to Try Disaster after this. Oh, Wrecking Ball. That sounds great. Ow. Alright, we're still fine. He'll steam clean his stuff, but we can probably stagger him before that with Try Disaster, so if we don't, it's fine. There we go. So I think that'll keep the buffs, or the debuffs on him. So. And we shouldn't need to heal at the moment. If we don't get him in this full stagger, then we'll just, oh, maybe I should heal. Because we, I'll switch to Adversity, it's fine. Alright, Vanille, get yourself out of that so we can get out of here. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Do one cure there for yourself. There we go. And now we should be good for a little bit again. Get some damage off. We probably won't get him in this cycle because he's looking a little healthy. But that's okay. If you can get him in one cycle, then so much the better, but we did not in this particular case. I think he missed. Did you miss? How could I miss? Okay, I think we go back to Ruthless to get the stuff on him, because we probably won't get him before we stagger him again. Well, maybe we will. We'll get the stuff on him, so... Lightning, thank you for tanking that. Your contribution to the party will be appreciated. Post-mortem. Of course. Yeah, we'll get him before he staggers again. That's okay. One more round. There we go. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that's a 5-star ranking, because usually in order to get a 5-star ranking, you need to get him in, basically in one cycle. So probably a Fortisol there would have been a good idea, but, it's okay. Or maybe I should have cast Bravery on myself in the second fight. I didn't do that at all. Oh well. Got an Omni Kit and Lenora's Garage out of that. So these are both useful for the shops, basically. Lenora's Garage is another shop, and the Omni Kit is for something else. We also get an expansion to our Crystarium. Lightning can now play as a medic, and Saz finally gets to shoot people with regular attacks because he could be a commando now. So now everybody has all 3 of their roles, which is good.
Pulse is crawling with things like that, isn't it?
Got me.
I was gonna say, how's any of
Not
us
even
supposed
the
to know
Corps has
that?
access to intel on Pulse. Soldiers in the field fight blind.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I noticed that. But don't you need to know exactly what you're up against?
Target's a target.
What if the target doesn't fight like a
to keep it
target?
simple, don't you?
I stick to my goal.
Uh-huh.
As long as you have a goal, you can fight?
You can stay alive.
I mean, I guess that's fair. Okay, so now that we have access to the Omni Kit, we can upgrade our equipment at save stations using the upgrade option. So there you go. So what you can do with upgrading is you pick a weapon or you pick an accessory, and you want to select the type of component that you want to upgrade the piece of equipment with. Once you put enough experience into the weapon or the accessory, the level of that weapon or accessory will increase, and that will increase its attributes. So it'll increase its strength, its magic, or its passive effect. The way that it works, basically, is that if you use organic components on items a little bit at a time, like maybe a couple of them at a time, you'll get an EXP bonus multiplier on the item. So future upgrades will receive a percentage bonus based on that EXP bonus that you give them. So the strategy usually is to use organic components to buff the EXP multiplier because they have a small number of experience they give, but they give more multiplier. And then once you get the multiplier really high, like 3 times or 4 times, I forget which one is the maximum, you use all your synthetic components which have a high EXP value, but they normally decrease the EXP multiplier. So you build up the multiplier with organic components and then use synthetic components in order to just put a massive chunk of experience into the item. And then you can get them up in levels, and the further in levels they go, the closer they get to their star level. When they get to a star level, when you desynthesize them, which again, I don't know if you can do that now or not until later in the game, they give you new items, usually better items than what they would give you if you just desynth them normally. And when they are starred, they can be given a catalyst, like the Millerite that we have, in order to upgrade them into the next level of weapon or armor. Okay, so I guess there you go. You can actually dismantle items by selecting dismantle. Certain items are worth dismantling, but only a very small certain items list are worth dismantling. And at the moment, I think the only one we have that's worth it is the Doctor's Code because of the Fortisol stuff, so I don't know, we'll consider it. Excuse me, like I said before, it doesn't do what it does. Well, it actually does kind of do what it does in Final Fantasy XIII too, but you need to have over 3,000 HP in order for its effect to change. Normally it only restores 150 HP, which would be 5% of your HP value at 3,000 HP. But if you get to 3,000 HP or above, it will restore 5% instead. And I believe using medics, you can increase it to 10%. I'd have to look into that, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think it's particularly worth it in this game. In 13.2, the Doctor's Code is worth keeping on your party leader for the entire game, but yeah, maybe not in this one. I also just noticed we have 6,900 gil. Nice. Okay, let's Crystarium it up, probably max everybody out, and have some room to spare. Ah, okay, that's right, we got an expansion to our Crystarium list, so we will not have room to spare. Alright, well, let's just top everybody off before we do anything else to where they are here. What do we got up here? Alright, your Ravager just has passive bonuses, so we'll just keep that in mind. I think I was working on Ravager before this. Yes, I was, so... Just get you Aqua Strike and that. Up here, we have Fire, passive bonuses, and a roll level. Increase roll level by 1. So roll levels are the levels that you see next to the names of Ravager there. So what this does is it increases the passive bonus of Ravager's effect. So normally when you have more Ravagers in the party, it builds the chain gauge faster. Roll level essentially adds to that building. So like you now, with another roll level, you'll build the chain gauge faster as a Ravager. But basically you need to get those in order to unlock the further parts of the Crystarium, so I wouldn't even worry about that too much. It's just kind of something you do on the way up, so it's worth your while to do. Alright, so Medic just gets passive bonuses. Ain't getting Cura anytime soon. Sab just gets passive bonuses. What about Ravager? Just passive bonuses for you as well. Okay, so nothing particular to work on for Vanille at the moment, just work on her passives. And you were working on Medic as well. Let's get you your meaningless strength bonus. You get a roll level from this one, although it's a whole bunch of passives on the way, so I'm not really too concerned about that at the moment. Bar Frost, huh? So that reduces the damage of ice type attacks. Bar Fire, same thing for fire attacks. Oh, an accessory slot here. That's not bad. Especially for snow, or not snow, for Hope, that's pretty useful because then he can equip a bangle and something else. So it'll be nice when everybody gets access to an accessory, but we don't have access to an accessory for everybody just yet, I don't think. Although I didn't look for everybody else, to be fair. Let's see. You just get passives from Ravager. What about Commando? Got access to Attack and Ruin. Passives and Blitz. You get Blitz this early? I thought they'd hold off on that until way later, but apparently not. Apparently Saz gets Blitz this early, although he needs a lot of CP in order to get any of his stuff here. So we'll keep that in mind. What about in Synergist? Do you get an accessory up here? Just passives, okay. So honestly, it might be worth it to keep his points, because the rest of them are just passives for now, because then we can work on getting Blitz for Saz, and Blitz for Saz is interesting. It works in a very interesting way. So we'll keep that in mind. I think I'm just going to save his points and we'll work on getting him Blitz. It's particularly interesting later when enemies are very large and make it a lot easier for you to get very large amounts of damage on them. Alright, so Lightning can get an accessory from here. It's all passives from there, and this costs 220 per. That's a lot. What's Ravager cost? Oh, it's 220 per for this as well. So maybe we'll just start... I mean, maybe we'll just end up getting a lot more stuff out of this. Oh, okay, so she gets launched from here. That might actually be more worth it to get than anything else. Ravage might not be bad either, because we've got Ravagers present. There's a roll level bonus in it for her when she gets this. Maybe I'll start Commando. I think I'll start Commando, and then we'll work our way back, actually. I'll start by getting Launch. So let's get to Ravage, actually. We'll get to Ravage, and then we'll stop on Commando, and we'll go back and try and get that accessory, I think. But it's going to take a little while, because 220, 440, 660, 880. What's that, 1100? So quite a bit of CP that she's going to need in order to do that. Not really anything compared to Saz's 380 or something like that he needs per thing, but, you know. No accessory slot for you, huh, Vanille? That's a little unfortunate, but whatever. Work on Sab, I guess. Oh. Damn it! I should have looked before I did that. 320. Oh, man. Alright, that's fine. And you get your accessory here. It's everything else is just passives, though, for you, right? Oh, no, you get Thunder. Fyra here. That's not bad. Water. Fierce Siphon. Charge ATB gauge upon attacking a staggered target. That's not bad. It gives you a little bit of ATB back every time you attack a staggered target as a Ravager with Hope, which means he can cast faster. Like, he'll get his ATB bar back faster because he'll have a little bit of it to start the combo with. So that's not bad either. And Quake isn't bad as well. So Quake is a little different, though. If I remember correctly, Quake is not a spell. It's a technique in this game, which is a little bit... It takes up TP rather than being, well, a spell, but we'll see. Alright, 128, so you won't quite get the Fyra, but we'll work on your Ravager, and then we'll probably go back to Synergist to try to get the accessory. It's a little out of the way, but that's fine. Okay, so Vanille gets to sit on 0 for a little bit because I was the big stupid and didn't check how much it takes her to go up in level. That's okay. Alright, I'm going to save real quick and then let's do some upgrading. Why not? Just because. We'll see if we can upgrade a couple of our iron bangles all the way up. And we'll go from there. Alright, upgrade. So, what do we want to upgrade at the moment? Blazefire Saber and Vega 42s, we definitely want to upgrade. So, basically for Lightning and for Saz, because they're going to be party leaders, I want to give them stuff that has a nice balance of strength and magic. Depending on what I'll use both. So it's a good idea to give them a weapon that gives them a high strength bonus and a high magic bonus. And it turns out upgrading their starting weapons just up from tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3 gives them a pretty good bonus to their strength and magic. You don't get any good passives. I believe Lightning gets physical wall and Saz gets magic wall, but you don't really need those because you've got the good strength and magic bonus, so it's fine. You know what I mean? As for Snow, I'll probably upgrade Wild Bear for him for a little while, although he's not going to be in the party for a little while, so I might not need to upgrade that until I get him. Hope, I believe we get his weapon in chapter either 5 or 7, the one that I actually want to use. And Vanille's, I don't even remember when she gets hers, but I don't think it's too late. It's not the Pearlwing staff, though, so I probably won't upgrade the weapons I'm not going to use unless it's Wild Bear, in which case maybe I will. Not sure yet. We'll see. Let's sort these first. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to the accessories and I'm going to do the Doctor's Code first. Just because it only needs 200 points in order to go ahead. So, how much do these give anyway? That gives 179 by itself. That's 115, 338. Good lord, man. 156, 106. I could just use 2 spark plugs and top that bad boy off real quick. Matter of fact, I'm just going to do that. There we go. So that will upgrade the Doctor's Code to star level, which gives you improved potions. However, that's not the primary use for it. The primary use for it is going to be desynthing it into aerosol items and an elixir. So I don't know if I want to do that just now or not. But anyway, since we've got that going on, let's see if we can upgrade these iron bangles that we've got into silver bangles. We only need 100 EXP in order to get it there. But I don't really want to go too far here. Okay. And there's the EXP bonus. I don't know if the EXP bonuses are like you have to use a certain amount of them, but I usually like to just do it 3 or 4 at a time and see if that does enough. It doesn't seem to be doing a whole ton here though. So there's ×5 bonus. Let's see. It might just be the amount of experience that these give increases the EXP bonus, you know what I mean? I don't know how many levels these things have, though, so it might be worth it to consider that before we go any further. Let me go look how many levels this iron bangle has. I want to say it's like 9, but I could be wrong about that. See, this is why I need notes, so I don't have to like look at this stuff in the middle of the stream. But as usual, the Gamer Corner guides I find to be pretty useful for this particular effect. Oh, it only has 5 levels. Okay, so 5 and then star. And we need, let's see, 184 and 212. So 396 in order to do that. So 1.75 times. You know, I'm going to leave that there, actually, because that could come in handy if I'm going to do this again. Okay, and now we just do a couple of... Oh, no, that's... Okay, so it'll tell you how much it is with the multiplier that you'll get out of it. So we need 75, and 212 is like 287. That's way more than we'll need. 287 is what we're looking for. That's probably pretty close. Yeah, let's just use a digital circuit, and that should upgrade it to star level. Yep, there you go. So now it is at star level, so HP is plus 120. You want to, generally speaking, get an item up to its star level before you catalyze it. I think certain items you can actually do it before you get them to their star level, but it's usually not worth it because you get less stats overall out of them. So, but let's take this Millerite and upgrade our iron bangle with it, and that will upgrade it to a silver bangle, but not just a silver bangle, also a silver bangle that has a slight EXP bonus already started on it. So it's already level 4 with a little bit of experience. So that's not bad. It'll make things a little bit easier with upgrading that later on. I don't know how much I'll upgrade it later on, but we'll see. But anyway, that's one of the ones that we've got. Got 2 other silver bangles equipped. I'll probably want to upgrade this one, but I guess it's not really necessary. I could just dismantle this one or something, or sell it so that I can buy another silver bangle and then just start from that and move it up to level 4, you know? So, alright, so same deal. Let's just do a whole bunch of these and see if it gives us a bonus. Okay, it might just be a certain number of these items need to go into it in order to get the bonus. So, actually that might be more than I'll need. Okay. And it's at 1.75 times now. Let's see, 166, so that's 18, and 212 is 240. Which one was like 240? Not that one. Okay, 234. So if I do another... Too much. Let's see. That would put it down to 228. Yeah, okay, so do one more torn leather. And then do a paraffin oil. And it's done. Okay, good. Feel like I'm cooking. And again, I don't usually put this much thought into cooking. I kind of just put whatever in, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It'll probably even itself out. So, okay, so lightning is the only one that doesn't have. Oh no, she's got this one equipped. All right, that's fine. So maybe we do a little bit with these, and then I'm trying to think if I should star these and then use them for later, but I'm not really sure because I feel like later we're just gonna find better ones, you know what I mean? Like, or we'll be able to buy better ones. So, oh, and what? How many levels does the silver bangle have? Let's see. Silver bangle level 4 with Millerite. You need rhodochrosite in order to upgrade into the next bangle, which is the tungsten bangle. Oh, it only goes up to star level, which is... Oh, it only goes up 5 levels total for the silver bangle as well. Alright, so level 4 is actually pretty close to the end for the silver bangles as well. So maybe we just star these while we're thinking about it, you know? So why not? How much EXP do we need for that? 792 minus 12 is 780. Okay. Okay, so 792 minus 270 is like 522. Okay, 522. Nope. 522, you'll do. Just the one. Need to get down 507. So do that. Get rid of the rest of those, and there you go. Star level silver bangle. Perfect. Alright, so we probably won't have enough to do a ton of them, but I mean, I might as well, you know what I mean? So, it was, what, 792 minus 12 was 780? Okay. And then 782 minus 127, 600 and something. We're not quite there yet with that. How much do these digital circuits give? Okay. Spark plug, insulated cabling. Not a whole lot. Alright. Do one of those, how about? And then 792 minus 245 is like 547, I think. Am I doing my math right? 547, 507. Okay, so do these two. And then passive detector. And that one's done. Alright, good. We got one more passive detector that we could use. So let's keep that in mind as we make the other ones. Let's see if we can get these up a little bit. They probably don't need to be star level, but I mean, I probably would appreciate having them at star level. So, all right, let's see what we can do. We've got, 20, 37, 53, 65 organic components left. Okay, and the bonus is at 1.5 times now. .75 times. And we're not quite there yet, so let's just do that. 2 times bonus. 2 times multiplier! And that's, let's see, 92 plus 424. So 416 is what we need. So the closest to 416. That'll do. Oh, I mistooken. Okay. Well, I didn't lose the bonus. It did lose a little bit of bonus, but not that much. So it's 34 to the next one. Yeah, that'll do. All right, I only got it to level 5. That's my bad. I'm thinking it was already at the wrong level. Oh, whatever. 417 is what we need now. So 392. So I just need 25. Okay. Well, that'll put it a little bit ahead, but, 424 minus 42 is like 380 something. 382, I think. So not that yet. Oh, okay, I can use this ferroelectric film. I just need to get it down a little bit, like by about 24. 50. We have a lot of these, right? Yeah, so I'll just do this. And then use the ferroelectric film. Try not to waste any of the experience, because why would I? And that's that, so Silver Bangle's done. Lots of extra HP for everybody now, so that should be nice. Nice and helpful. Oh, it went all the way up to 1.5 times. That's nice. The level up. Use the rest of our organic components. We won't be upgrading the weapons at this point, but that's okay. I'm kind of actually prefer it this way at the moment, just because that way I know we're getting a good chunk of extra EXP out of this. So 256 and 312, that's 56 plus whatever I need for level 4 and level 5. So 56 plus 792 is 848. 848. So what can give me 848 experience? 4 paraffin oils can give me 848 experience. Sure, why not? There we go. Alright, so everybody's silver bangles are fully upgraded. I don't know if we'll actually, like, use these to go any further or not. But, like, I don't know if we'll upgrade these. I don't know how common or rare Rhodochrosite is. So I'll just determine it by that, I guess. And as for the rest, well, we've got the Blaze Fire Saber and the Vega 42, so let's see if we can upgrade these a little bit just with the stuff that we've got, why not? Probably I should do this at the beginning of each chapter, though, from now on, huh? Because it would be a little bit easier that way. Like, then I can kind of just direct it based on that, Gather up materials each chapter, and then just upgrade at the beginning, I feel like that would be a stronger way to do this, but we'll see. I do want organic materials for this to build it up, but I just want to kind of see how much I can get out of any given one of these. I mean, I guess I could get the Blaze Fire Saber up 1 level just by sticking 1 passive detector in it, but I don't know if it's worth it at the moment to do that, So maybe I'll just leave them for now, and then we'll upgrade the other stuff later. We don't want to dismantle the Gladius, because that's worth quite a bit of money. I don't know if it's worth it to dismantle an iron bangle. I don't think it gives you anything particularly good, but I guess it's throwaway money anyway, so I might as well try. A transformer. Oh, good, thanks. That's real helpful. Okay, anyway. So that takes care of that. I believe Lenora's Garage provides you with synthetic materials. It also has the word noob with 2 zeros in it because this was when the internet and smartphones were exploding. So of course they would use leet language in a video game. Yeah, okay, there you go. So you can get some ferroelectric film, insulated cabling, all that stuff from here. It's obviously going to cost you some money, but if you ever need the upgrade materials, you can always use that. This is grating on my eyeballs, so let's get the hell out of there. That's much better. I don't want to sell my Fortisol or my Deceptisol or any of that stuff. That's all fine. I do want to sell the Gladius, though, because I'm not going to use it, so goodbye. And again, Power Circle would be nice if I could, but I cannot, so I will not. I don't know if I want the Ember Ring. Like, the Spark Ring is the only one that I really care about having, because it's like, I know it's going to be useful for a boss fight coming up, but I don't know about the other ones, so. I guess they'll sell for a decent chunk, but I wouldn't want to do that anyway, so. Alright, but that takes care of that, so we've done a little bit of upgrading. I've got a lot of money, so I suppose I could use that to buy some extra stuff. Why not? Is there anything else that I would want to buy other than a few more potions? Don't really need any of this. I mean, I guess I could buy Ninerda, but it's... I mean, I guess it's okay for him because it gives... Actually, I think I know why it's okay for him. I think it synthesizes Physical Wall for Hope, which is actually pretty useful for him in the early game because even the extra 5 points of damage reduction for him is better than Critical Shield. So I think I'm going to buy that for him for now. I don't know if it's worth it, but I'll do it anyway. Outfitters, we don't really need any of this stuff. I'll consider the Rune Bracelet and Black Belt and stuff later, but we don't have the accessory slots for that now. And Lenora's Garage I probably won't ever enter again because the neon pink is super grating on my eyeballs, so maybe not. Alright, but anyway, yeah, so see how it gives him Physical Wall 5. So even though it doesn't give him any strength or magic bonuses, it actually reduces his strength. It doesn't affect his magic, and it lets him have Physical Wall at the point in the game when Physical Wall 5 is actually at its most useful for any given person. So I think it's pretty worth it. We didn't get any weapon upgrades out of this, but we did get some more survival out of this, so I'm kind of okay with that, honestly. So we need to get rid of the air wing for you. I don't usually do this enough, so let's do it now. Oop. There we go. Sell the air wing, and then I think we're done, and we can continue sazzing it up. I don't think that's a thing. Oh, this gives me 5,000 gil? Holy shit. I should have done that a long time ago. That gave me the money that I spent buying Ninerda and then some. What the hell, Hope? You, by the way, you don't need to use the air wing, I guess, for that. Oh, well. Hey, Devil Hunter, how you doing? Welcome back. I believe that's Russian. I don't know what it says. I apologize. My Russian is not so good. It looks like Eastern European of some kind, at the very least. I'd have to look that one up. But we're playing Final Fantasy XIII. We just got the upgrade materials, so now we can upgrade our equipment in the shops. So I'm using my opportunity to buy just an absolute buttload of potions and also upgrade all of my materials before we move on. Except my weapons. I didn't upgrade my weapons, but I will later. Upgraded accessories, so. Like to troll people with speaking Ukrainian. Sorry. No, that's fine. I just didn't understand what you said. Saying hi and how are you? Gotcha. I'm doing pretty good. And I'm glad that you're here. We're, like I said, we're playing Final Fantasy XIII. It's not necessarily my favorite Final Fantasy, but I enjoy it well enough, so we will make it work. Oh my god, what the hell is all of this? Does this water have, like, oil or something in it? Is that why it's all shiny? Only here after 5 minutes. Gonna attempt to have you react the same way you did the first time you showed me the final boss, Tevi is wild. Oh boy. Fun.
A happy ending.
We don't even know where to go.
I do.
Okay, lay it on me, soldier.
There.
Eden? The Sanctum Seat of Power. Oh, that's a great idea. Just charge right in there. Give him a taste of XIII terror.
Don't encourage her, Saz. She might be serious.
You're serious?
Yes, she is serious.
Keep running. It's die or turn Seath. There's no place for XIII to hide. No. They want to fight. Let's take it to the Sanctum's door.
This isn't a game.
I feel like
No.
without even knowing our focus,
Damn sure.
just doing that is throwing your life away.
Falsey took her. Now I'm a XIII too. And the Sanctum's hunting me, an enemy of the state.
Right.
Who's pulling their strings?
Eden.
A Falsey.
Yeah,
Eden.
I guess.
Cocoon's sustainer and guiding light.
What makes you think he can fix your
They
focus?
probably ordered the purge too.
Or that he would even know what this pulse falsy. How do you know that?
We're all the same to them. Expendable.
Did you read Anima's mind?
So, what are you gonna do?
Destroy it.
And that'll
Yourself.
fix your focus?
Are you crazy?
I'm pretty sure you'll turn into a
Say you
zombie.
pull it off. What's that get you? Satisfaction?
It gets me
Something
my
happens to
theme
Eden.
in the
That's
background,
how
actually.
Cocoon. You want that? You're a post-LaCie now, so you just want to snuff out Cocoon.
I mean, if that's what they...
Sarah? She said
want.
to save Cocoon. It might even be our focus to make sure Cocoon's...
Our focus doesn't matter. I don't take orders from Falsey.
I think you...
How I live is up to me.
I think you do now. We're all branded.
How you die?
Think like that, and it's already over.
It's already over
Better
regardless,
take your path
Lightning.
and keep moving.
We're all dead unless we do our focus, in which case we turn to Crystal and face a fate worse than death. We are literally dead either way.
If it did come to that, wonder if our hero tried to stop me.
Don't even think those thoughts because that could turn this into a trilogy. And that'll never happen though, right?
Next time we meet, we might be too.
I don't know what she's thinking, honestly.
When the fear
Like,
sank in, it tore us all apart.
yeah, it's gonna create animosity in the party.
Lightning was suffering.
And you're gonna have everybody move apart, and we all need to be together so we can think about this together, and
But none of us could see it.
then we can figure this whole focus thing out.
Snow deserves it.
Okay.
If only I'd been stronger. None of this ever would have happened.
So, now the party is split into 3 pieces. One for each excuse that they use to try to figure out how their focus works. Saz and Vanille are in the runaway camp.
Whoa!
Hey, you're taking care of me.
I won't be if you keep pushing me like that.
And I actually like their party the best because I feel like they're the most down-to-earth out of anybody. Lightning and Hope are off to be angsty and
Wait for me.
fight their fate, because that works for everyone, especially in JRPGs. Actually does, so that's probably why they want to do it.
I'm going with you.
And Snow is in the just keep doing what I'm doing camp.
I can fight. I'm not afraid.
Listen, if you get trashed by an enemy, I have Phoenix Downs, but I can't keep reviving you, kid.
Great. A SciComm hit squad.
Aren't you glad that you separated from the party? And now we can't go back because they had blast charges. Awesome! Well, this is going to be a problem. No, it won't. It's SciComm. We'll be fine. Hold the phone. Let me check my chat. And by wild, I mean help me! This isn't a game. I low-key want one of the other characters to break the fourth wall when another one says that line. Same, to be honest. I think that'd be pretty funny, yeah. It's like, this isn't a game, and then they just look at the camera. If you're waiting for that to happen, wait until I play Jack 3, because there is a moment where there's some fourth wall breakage going on in that particular game, so... let me just blitz it up, I guess. Oh, okay. You guys can bar whatever you want. It's not going to keep you safe. Why is dual casting all the way down here? I'm gonna need medic in a second, though. But yeah, we don't need you to bar Thunder. I'm just gonna whack you upside the head with my sword and hope it's enough. Do I need? I'm just gonna keep killing them. It's fine. Wait for 2. That might be enough. Yep. Alright. Managed the 5-star. It's That's what no healing will do to you, I guess.
Not bad.
I have a silver bangle now, so I have more HP.
Really? Thanks.
I don't know if he needs the encouragement for killing things. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a problem. Like, going forward, he doesn't need that for his adolescent development. I mean, granted, we're all stuck with this whole kill things to move forward process, but still.
Uh-oh. Army's out to play.
And there's a chest-high wall blocking us from getting them and helping out.
What now? I mean, we could stay here, but shouldn't we...
Try to find another way around so we can find them again?
Huh?
We should run. If we rush in now, we'll just get in her way.
Vanille, I don't know if that's the right call here.
You're right.
Why are you convincing the most logical character in our party that that's the case? I mean, honestly, I know why he wants to run. It's because the farther away he gets from all this shit, the more likely he is to actually live through all of this. So that he can think and say, you know, this is what our focus might mean.
We should keep moving. Lightning? Are you worried about the others? I'm sure they got away okay.
So can you if you leave now.
No, he can't. He's stuck
For
here.
me, it'll be fight after fight.
There's a fire and a chest-high wall in his way. He can't get over it.
It's anybody's guess.
I know that. But I need to be stronger.
I have to kill Snow harder, Lightning. It won't work otherwise.
Call me Light.
What's the plan from here?
Why don't you have him call you by your
Through the
actual
gap or
first
right
name?
word to Palom.
Light and Lightning aren't that different.
We'll find transport to Eden.
Oh, okay.
I live in Palom. I can show you all the shortcuts.
Well, that helps.
No side trips.
No side trips, she says.
I don't think Lassie are welcome at home.
I mean, the way you talk about your dad, you're not welcome at home no matter what, but... Anyway, now the party splits into two pieces. Lightning and Hope in one, and Saz and Vanille in the other. So now we get to play as both for a little while. Although I think we start with Lightning and Hope for a little bit, and then we switch back to Saz and
Something
Vanille
off your
later.
chest?
No, I don't think so. Well, actually, now that I think about it, that's a funny thing to say, Hope, but I know why, and I can't say why just yet. Oh, well. Alright, so we'll gather up some materials so I can upgrade the Blazefire Saber, though, because we might as well at this point, you know. I don't think I'll upgrade the Inerta. It's probably fine the way it is. His boomerang is inert. Okay, in any case, probably should work towards getting that accessory slot, though, for Lightning and Hope from now on. Like, I was going to work on launch, but I'm just thinking about it, because now that I see, oh, this is where the boss fight that I'll need the Spark Ring is at, it's probably more worth it to work them towards getting that second accessory slot, which is, there's one here for you. You need 220, 440, 660, 880, 1100 in order to get that accessory. And Hope needs... Hopefully we'll get that 1100 before we get there. I don't know. 130, 260, 390, 520, 650. I don't need bar fire for now. I can come back for it because I want the accessory. 650, 780. Hope I'm doing my math right. 910, 1040, 1170, I think. So a little bit over 1100 for both of them, and we'll have those accessories. Alright, well, no time like the present. Let's keep moving. The reason why I want an accessory slot for both of them, by the way, is because I'm pretty sure you get a second Spark Ring in this chapter. This section of the chapter, anyway. So it's probably more worth it to just keep fighting and get us there. I should have set my paradigms up. The ones we have aren't really all that hot, so... Okay, that'll work. See, this is why wearing the power wristband, though, I'm not really so sure if it's a good idea, because if I had been wearing it there with Lightning, we would have gotten, we would not have gotten the 5-star ranking, probably, on that one. Double dose seems like excess, but we'll just leave that up there for now. Stick this here. Probably a second slash and burn would be a good idea. So we'll do that. I might actually switch this one to Med-Sin, honestly. How about Com-Med? And, yeah, I don't know. I kind of think that's good enough, honestly. I don't think we'll need... Because Hope's got defensive synergist stuff, so, like, I don't think we'll need that too badly. Might need it a little bit, but, like, not terribly so, you know. Dead end to my left. So to the left we go first. Don't know if it's a good idea, but I was going to say, because probably we won't get a preemptive strike if we go this way first. I probably could have if I had, like, waited. But oh well, it's fine. I think I need 2 in order to kill this guy. Well, I'll need more than 2 now. Yeah, I'll need 3 for that. Unfortunately, but that's fine. This part's pretty tame by consideration to how things were before. I think it's because they just have you with the 2 party members now, so they kind of slow down on the enemies for a little bit. But honestly, like, I was having fun with the 3 enemies, or, you know, with the 3 party members and a whole bunch of other enemies, you know? Oh well. There's a gunner in there, isn't there? Let's see. Yeah, get the gunner first. Him staggering me is not my idea of a good time. I'll just wait, because then I'll just 1 and then go to the next guy. So, let's see here. Him get that one, and I'll get this one. Shouldn't need to heal. You'll find that we'll be spending a lot of time in yellow health in this video game. It's not really a problem, but if you like seeing your HP bars topped off, that probably won't happen a whole lot in this one. Sorry. I do wonder if these enemies would drop more aerosol items, though, if I, like, was getting low star rankings rather than what I'm getting now. Alright, maybe we can get a preemptive if we roll around this way to this guy. And there's a chest up here anyway, so I probably want to grab it no matter what. A Libra scope. Good, that'll replace the other one that I just used. Okay. I see. So go like this. Gotcha. Alright, Hope. Let's give it to him. I don't know what the hell that ruin at the beginning was. I just pressed auto battle because I was like, okay, there's nothing that it could do that could possibly mess this up for me. Little did I know. I think he used a Phyra there, didn't he? Because it looked like he only threw 2 spells at the guy. I think I only need 2. Okay. Yeah, Hope, whenever you're ready.
No problem.
Thank you. I mean, with the preemptive strike, obviously, like, you're never gonna have to worry about getting 5 stars unless you really mess the battle up, but, you know. Excuse me. We didn't get any organic materials, unfortunately. I kind of wish that the, component store, because there is a component store that lets you get organic materials as well, but I don't think it's available just yet, not until later. I don't remember exactly when you get access to it, but it'd be nice if it was available. Since it isn't, though, it might be worth it just to start upgrading the damn item, just because it seems like it seems silly to not, you know, while we're here. So we need 300. That won't quite get us there. That's 345. I don't really want to waste too much if I can afford not to. That's exactly 300, so I might just use that from base. Because I think you can buy these passive detectors anyway, so... Alright, so yeah, it'll get us +4 strength and +4 magic, which is not terrible. The other items, the other weapons that Lightning can have equipped, oftentimes they won't quite give her the kinds of balanced bonuses the Blazefire Saber gives, and that's why I would rather upgrade this than the other ones. Some of them have pretty interesting abilities on them, but you take a hit to your strength or magic as a result of having different abilities on it, and me personally, I'm kind of like, I don't really know if I care enough about that. Like, because the interesting abilities, I'd be like, normally if it was all the same in terms of the upgrade materials, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'll take a hit to my my damage if it means that I can get an interesting ability, because the strength and magic that you enter the battle with determines if you get a 5-star ranking. But the upgrading is not the same for a lot of the other ones. In fact, the one that I'm thinking of for Lightning that has an interesting ability on it costs a lot more to upgrade. So I'm like, I can't really see if I can justify it, honestly, to myself in my head. So I said, it's fine, we'll just not. I don't even think I can buy a node at this point for that accessory slot, can I? No, not quite. Hope can probably buy. A couple, actually, he can buy in order to get to that accessory slot a little faster. So let's do that. It seems like a weird thing to give him Bar Frost here and Bar Fire here, when I know what the boss fight is of this section, and Bar Thunder would be far better for him to get. It just seems bizarre that they would give him the two that, like, you won't use in this section, you know what I mean? Like, give him the thing that's going to be most useful for this particular section of the game when it's necessary, like before he has all the other bars, so he doesn't accidentally give me, like, Bar Thunder, or not Bar Thunder, Bar Fire, when we're getting hit by electrical attacks, you know? Like, it just seems silly. But, oh, was there an item up here? No. Okay. How about back here? Nope. But there is a cutscene here.
Nothing. No sign it's been activated.
It's another one of those constructs. Let's give it to him, Hope. No, not ruined. I am the melee DPS, so I might as well use the melee DPS while we're here. I wonder if that last one was a power chain because his bar was empty. I don't know. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, the further we're getting here, the more I'm missing those organic materials that I just spent all of.
Pulse machine to escape.
What do they think?
Maybe
Just
we should
because we're
try it.
pulseless, we know how to use these things?
Hey, you're gonna hurt yourself. Don't touch that.
Hope
Wait,
she...
what if it works?
But she doesn't want to be your mom here, dude. Oh, okay.
I told you to leave it.
Stop! Stop already!
Press the stop button.
I think I got it.
How?
Light, I think I can work this.
Literally how, though? Like, what? I can't imagine something, an abomination like that is easy to drive. Well, we get to play as a mech for a little bit. Pulse armaments. These Herculean combat machines are capable of clearing away enemy hordes with mighty blows, or simply... Like, the person that programmed this definitely just missed Xenogears, didn't they? Like, there's no other justification for this little minigame that I can think of, right? Because you only do this once, from my recollection. I don't think you do this ever again, but whatever. It's fine. Anyway, you attack with X, and it charges power, and then you break fences, and that recharges the power that you just used. Oh, good. That just takes care of that whole problem right for me. Goodbye! Okay, I gotta see if I can get these guys all together. There's 3 of them, I think. Can I turn? There we go. Did I get them? Can't tell. Nope, because I still see the reticles there. Oh, maybe I did get them. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. I think if I remember correctly, when you do this minigame, if you kill a lot of enemies, you get a better reward? I could be wrong about that, though. But I don't think it's particularly difficult to kill a lot of enemies anyway, because I mean, like, we just got all of them, so I only need 2 swings. Alright, come to Papa. I wonder if this is the part where it's tricky because they can, like, run away? I think they're running away. Okay, well, I can just trample on them and kill them, so I guess it isn't that big of a deal. That one I'm just going to trample because I might as well. Knowing that you can trample them does make it a little easier, though, because then it's like, okay, I don't have to be precise, you know, I just kind of go from there. Did he get away? Oh, no, he's over here. There he is. Just step on him, Hope. We'll get through this yet. We just got to step on the enemies. Run! Flee from the pulse armament! Oh, that's just silly. Okay, well, we got all of them, I think. Does this count as vehicular manslaughter? Probably. Hope's going to jail. Let's hope we don't get arrested as soon as we go to Palimpolum. How the hell did he not get crushed by that thing?
Nice landing.
Wah, wah. Hey, listen, you've got the gravimetric thingy that you aren't using, so maybe you should have helped him with that.
Still a bit winded.
Well, standing right there is going to get you electrocuted, so... Okay, I think these treasure chests change depending on how many enemies you killed, so let's just check. Ah, there's the second spark ring, so that's good. That's the important one, anyway. And 300 gil. Okay, well, I don't particularly care about that part, but that's fine. I'm just glad that we took care of that. Okay, I don't remember what's up here. I'm just gonna go look. I think it's just the thing that we just trashed, but I'm just gonna check and make sure. Yeah, okay, it's just, this is where it crashed. Okay. So that's fine. Let's hope we don't get arrested. Instead, hope we don't get murdered by our own vehicle. Yeah, that's probably a better hope, and thankfully it came true in this particular case. It worked out okay for us, but it could have not, and that would have been very bad. What, you want to drive one of those again? I guess it would make our job easier. Wonder if we got any CP for doing that. More synthetic materials to use later. And more SciComm guys, so that we can not get organic materials that I need in order to do this. Okay, that's fine. It'll get us extra CP, so that's the important part. Too bad I can't sprint or something, because I could have dashed directly into that guy's back and then just taken care of business. Oh well. SciComm Ranger? Attack the leader and the rest will follow? Oh, okay, it's just a ranger. He's not the leader. Never mind. Your mana drive fire is barely tickling me at this point. Not getting a particularly large amount of CP from this either, which is a little unfortunate, but we'll make it work. I'm just trying to think, like, how far ahead we would have to get in order to, like, this way so we can get the jump on him. Or not, because this guy's gonna see me if I try to do that. Okay, well, maybe I can get in there before he turns around. Never mind. Okay. Oh, he followed me down. Alright, cool. Then I guess we'll take care of him first. But yeah, see, that's that physical wall coming in handy because he's got a little bit of... Okay, guided missiles not so much, but the strike points that he flagged there, because of the fact that Hope had... whatchamacallit, it actually allowed him to not get hit for as much damage. So, alright, just give me a little bit more, and then we'll switch to Tri-Disaster, not Tri-Disaster, dual casting. Because I think the chain gauge should be good here. And then just build it on up, stagger them up, and off we'll go. Okay. Slash and burn. And one more round, we should have him. Actually, I think just 2 should be good. Yeah.
That wasn't so bad.
Pretty good. Pretty good, all things considered. The ceramic armor, that's another synthetic component, I'm sure. Alright, but anyway, since we fell off the bridge, I didn't actually even know you could fall off of that bridge. That's interesting. But since we fell off the bridge, let's go back up and around. Grab the treasure he was guarding, and then we'll hop down and continue. Oh, a third spark ring. Okay, I guess you didn't need to get one out of the out of the thing, because you just get another one right here. Thanks. That's real handy, I guess. Alright, let's see. Probably take care of the ranger first, as usual, since he's the one that's doing all the protect and shell and other bullshit. Yeah, since the guns that they're using are basically they hit multiple times for small amounts of damage, the physical wall 5 is actually gonna keep us alive a little bit easier. And as a result of keeping us alive a little bit easier, it also means we have to switch to medic less, which means battles like that, where it's a tight window to get a 5-star ranking, we'll have less of a hard time. I hope, anyway. We shall see. Phoenix down, alright, take that. Alright, another one of these guys. Let's see what's in here
Guess we head
first.
for the Whitewood, huh?
That is the plan, Hope, but first we gotta get through this mess of enemies that we've got here. What is this battle got? Oh, okay, and these guys are looking directly at me, so it's not like I'm gonna be able to get a preemptive here unless they turn around. In which case, never mind. Well, that was a bust. It's okay, though. Alright, so get rid of the trackers first, because they're easy pickings. Boy, I wish I could, like, walk around those things so I don't get hit by guided missiles. Unfortunately, you can't control where your characters stand on the battlefield in this one, so that's a little unfortunate. I'm going to switch after this to the other slash and burn, I think.
Stay sharp.
And do it again. It looks like we're away from where he's got the guided missiles set up, though, because we wandered all over the battlefield, so that's actually kind of helpful. Okay, do a little more. I'll just do these two. There we go. Back we go. See how Ruin does against him. Okay, 480. Attack does 620. Okay, well, I guess we know which one's better in this particular case. Now we know, and knowing's half the battle. It's nice that we're getting a bunch of synthetic materials here, though, because that means that we should get a decent chunk of organic ones pretty soon as well when we go back. Maybe when we go back to Saz and Vanille, we'll get them. We'll go from there. Oh, this looks familiar, I think. Yep, there's our destination point, which means this next section is before we get access to the second accessory slot, which is what I was afraid of, but that's fine. We'll make it work, I think. Excuse me, let's just buy some stuff first, and then we'll go from there. I don't think I'll need launch all that badly, because that's my next thing on here, right? Yeah, 220 for launch, and then I can't get strength plus 8. So do I keep going on medic to try to get the other accessory slot, or... The extra HP would be helpful, because probably... Like, I'm trying to think if I'm going to need to take off the spark rings. I don't think so, actually, now that I think about it. Or take off the silver bangles in favor of a spark ring. But I don't think I'm going to need to, honestly. So I'll keep going for the accessory slot, actually. but all we're going to get out of is that extra HP, which might be the difference between life and death. You never know, but we'll see. And then, yeah, this really should be Bar Thunder. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. But whatever, it's fine. Alright, so you'll get extra 10 HP, and that's it, huh? Alright then, so 20% lightning resistance in exchange for 180 less HP. I think the 180 HP is actually, and the physical wall 5 for both of them is probably better, honestly. Like, I know what we're about to fight, and it's not really a mess or anything, but I think we'd rather have the HP, honestly. We don't need to upgrade those. Can I upgrade this anymore? 357. 345. Boy, that would be nice if we could get it just a little closer. What's that ceramic armor give? 229. Okay. Like, if we can nudge this just a little bit up so that the fiber optic cable gives us that, that would be great. I guess I could use my one spark plug since it's... Oh no, this transformer is actually the lower one. So let's use a transformer and a fiber optic cable. I don't think the EXP multiplier can go below 1 times, so I think it just reduces every time you use synthetic materials, which, I mean, that's fine, you know what I mean? Like, just use the synthetic materials and then go from there. But it's probably better, you'll get more bang for your buck out of each synthetic material if you get an EXP multiplier built with organic materials first. So that would be my recommendation. If you don't have the organic materials, then just, you know, do whatever, but I would say try to upgrade them with organic first and then synthetic. So, but I think, like I said, after this chapter, I'll try not to upgrade unless it's the beginning of a chapter, so that way I can build the materials up for each section. We'll see if it works out that way. I think we're pretty close to the end of this chapter, though. I think this is the last boss fight, and then I think there's a small section with Saz and Vanille. Hope, you need to pick up your feet when you're walking.
You'll just slow me down.
Lightning, that's not very nice.
I'm sorry, but I can't protect you when...
You can't leave me here. You've got to take me with you.
Enough! The whole world is against us. I can barely keep myself alive, let alone some helpless kid!
You are not helping the situation by making him feel
I
bad.
don't have time to baby you. You want to get tough? Do it on your own!
Lightning, I don't think the gods like that very much. I'm pretty sure this is them saying, no, fuck you, he's really helpful, take him with you. What do you think, big guy?
This cannot be happening.
It's happening, so let's get this over with, shall we? It's a good thing I upgraded this thing, otherwise you might have broken that in half. Alright, let's see what you've got, Odin. It's Odin, in case it was unclear previously. So, let's fight him. And he's a summon, as you might expect, so let's do a couple of turns of this just to start the chain gauge. He uses Thundara, which is where the, you know, the healing would come in handy. But... Ow. Okay. Well, thank you for at least keeping the gauge going. I guess I'll have to heal then. Okay, crushing blow. Okay, well, this is a wipe. Goodbye. I might as well not even... Oh, maybe I can still work it. Hang on. I was gonna say, might as well not even do this, but I guess I can Phoenix down Hope. And since he's on Synergist, we should be able to keep healing. Healing is actually what drives Odin's Gestalt gauge up, but we need to continue to attack him as well in order to maintain the gauge. So, let's see if we can do that. Like, you see how his stagger gauge is over in the corner there? You won't reach his stagger point, but if you maintain that, it'll actually allow you to maintain the gauge a little bit better, so... When you're healing, it's actually better to have Lightning do the healing if possible, because she's the one that's being tested here, so her healing actually drives the Gestalt gauge up further than if just Hope was doing it. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, we need to stabilize that a little bit before it becomes a problem. Then we'll switch back. Okay, stable. heal Hope. Quickly, Lightning. There we go. Alright, go back. But if I can stand away from him like this, it'll actually help a little bit because it'll let Hope, quote-unquote, tank for me. And then I can just heal him as needed, you know. I don't know if we'll make it, but I'll try. We're getting close, though. Ow. Ow. Okay, he got him. I wasn't sure if we were going to get the gauge up in time there. Let me just attack, actually. Alright, switch to Symbiosis, do one more round of healing. And Odin's Gestalt mode is available. So, we beat the fight. Good. But yeah, the big thing for that particular fight is having Lightning do the healing. If you just have Hope do the healing, you probably won't make it. So... Alright, let's ride. I think I actually made that look pretty easy, all things considered, but I've heard that fight is actually really difficult, and I remember it being pretty difficult, but, I mean, it didn't look too bad from there, I don't think. I mean, it was a little touch and go. We were at like 300 milliseconds left on our thing, or whatever, that 300 on the Doom gauge, but it's fine. Anyway, Lightning gets an ATB gauge segment for getting Odin, so that's cool. Now she can use 4. That's 2 blitzes.
Lightning.
I think we need to stop for the day.
Your brand looks different. Was that an Eidolon? Like Lassie can summon?
I guess so. That would explain what happened to Snow a chapter ago.
I must have hit my head on that purge train.
Magic and mumbo jumbo is real in this world, Lightning. What the hell are you talking about?
Am I really in your way?
No, you can heal me and buff me, so not really, no.
I'll do better. I'll try harder.
We'll toughen you up.
Well, that's her best way of saying stick with me.
About before.
Oh, okay, she actually apologized for it. Well, that's good. Guess I didn't expect that much now, did I? Okay, but we can keep going. All the way up there, so that's what we'll do. I think if I remember correctly, basically what you need to do is get both parties out of the Vile Peaks, and that's the end of Chapter 4. Which means it's a little bit longer than Chapter 3, but that's okay. Means we'll get to start on Chapter 5.
Got my back?
Yeah.
Your back has an Ulan behind it, or 2. Actually, so that might be a problem. That being said, Lightning has 4 ATB now, and also Gestalt mode. So let's take a look at this, because this will tell us how to use our new Eidolon. So, we can use TP to summon Eidolons. At this point, only Lightning has a summon. Hope doesn't have his yet. So we go to Techniques, choose Summon, and that uses 3 TP to summon Odin to the battlefield.
Odin.
Okay. See what you can do, big guy. Alright, so Odin starts with SP rather than HP. If it hits 0, he will go away, and it goes down gradually, and also whenever he takes damage. That being said, you can activate Gestalt mode whenever you want, as soon as you summon him, but if I remember correctly, yeah, your Gestalt gauge, which is where your TP meter was, the higher it is, the more Gestalt you'll get to use when you put him in Gestalt mode. So you want to try to build that up. And that being said, the way that you build it up is essentially the same as the way that you fought the boss. So if you heal with Lightning, or if you hit the enemies with her attacks, you'll, like, if you stabilize the gauge, you'll be able to build up his Gestalt meter, and then you can do some more stuff. So we'll see what we can do about this. Just get in there with him, you know what I mean? I'll do one of these to build his Gestalt meter up a little bit. Do another one of these to build it up after that. But yeah, see how it's building that Gestalt meter at the bottom by me healing him? So, it's a good idea to do it. I'll wait and then do it again. Actually, let's wait till now.
We do this together.
Let's see how many points I got out of that. Because you get a certain number of points that you can expend in Gestalt mode if you build the gauge higher. So the higher it goes, obviously, the more points you'll get. So. Yeah, I said that already. Okay, so now you get 24 points at the moment in Gestalt mode. It goes down slowly. Generally speaking, you don't want to do auto Gestalt like I just said. You'll want to actually burn your bar on, actual moves. I don't remember exactly what they do, though, so it might be a little bit problematic to do it that way, but I'll do the best I can. Alright, see if we can stagger them with Thunderfall. There we go. And then burn the rest for Zentetsuken! It's not an insta-kill in this one, because Lightning's using the swords rather than Odin himself. But it will build the gauge up pretty good and deal some decent damage in the process. Alright, so now let's go back to Slash and Burn, and I think we finished off one of the guys. Yeah, we did. Okay, so now we can just kill this guy. Unfortunately, getting a 4th bar actually causes Lightning to do that little backstep that she does, which is not the best move for her to use, but, I mean, whatever. It'll work out eventually. Alright. Keep building the gauge, stagger this guy up, and then we'll be done. There we go. And still managed to 5-star that, even though I didn't kill the guys with the summon, so. Love the Eidolons in this one. The later ones are just ridiculous. Yeah, they absolutely... I don't summon them probably as often as I should, but they can get pretty crazy the further along you go, so.
We'll stop here.
I might just use some TP to summon them, because I remember the first time I played this, I didn't really use them too much. So.
I'll look around. You rest up.
You got that Mako infusion Lightning that you just don't have to sleep or something? I mean, I know Hope's a civvy, and that's why he's, like, resting at the moment, but, you know. He must be exhausted. He just fell asleep next to a pile of garbage. Oh, man. I don't think you move your head that suddenly when you're
Not by a long
falling
shot.
asleep. I don't think he's talking to you, Lightning. It makes me wonder if she's like... They don't really get into it at all, so I'm probably just putting words into the developers' mouths at this point, but it makes me wonder if her sticking with Hope is kind of similar to, like, her getting a second chance with Sarah, basically, because, like, it seems to me like hers and Sarah's relationship was strained to some degree. Like, they were sisters and they loved each other, but, like, she was always working and she never had a chance to stay with Sarah when she needed to, at least not recently. So, like, this is kind of her, like... Well, I guess I'm paying it forward because I can stick by Hope and keep him safe, you know. Of course, she almost just abandoned him in the process of summoning her Eidolon, but I guess she learned that lesson pretty quick now, didn't she? Anyway, Saz and Vanille are off in a different direction. So let's see if we can get them out of the Vile Peaks now as well.
No sign of soldiers.
Guess Lightning got their attention.
Probably.
I wonder how Hope's doing.
Exhausted, as you might expect.
They were headed towards Palampolum. Kid's on his way home. You can bet on it.
So what does that leave us to do?
Good for him.
Other than run away. Like, where are we running to, Saz?
What's wrong?
It's good. If they manage to slip in quietly.
But knowing Lightning,
All of Cocoon is in the grip of pulse phobia.
they won't slip in quietly.
If a Lassie pops up on the radar, all hell will break loose.
Fantastic.
They don't even know why they're scared.
And that makes them more scared.
Afraid of what they don't know. Afraid to find out.
I mean,
more.
they're drip-fed everything they need to know from the
Gets
Sanctum
worse
anyway.
the older you get. I'm terrified of what'll happen. The world probably would be better off without pulse.
It'd be
Lassie.
better off without Lassie to begin with, but,
I mean, most of them.
you know.
Gee, thanks.
Thanks for excluding me from your presupposed notions. Anyway, we're back in control with Saz. He has Commando now. That's cool. It'll help him stabilize the gauge a little bit. Scrap processing. I'm going to go back up here just to see if there's anything that we missed, because there's definitely some map back here. So there might be something up here. You never know, right? We are going back because I think there's something at the end of this thing. Aha! See? Told you. How did we get down here anyway? Oh, I guess we just jumped. Fair enough.
You need to hurry up and get out of here.
That's the plan, but first I need to set up my paradigms again. Some of these story beats resonate with real life too much. The thing with Saz, right, is that specifically for him, like, it's usually Saz for me, because the more, like, the older that I get with Saz, the more that I relate to a lot of the things that he talks about in this game. So, like, it resonates with me more, I guess. I don't think we want Tide Turner. I think we want, Com Sab? No, I think we want Rav Sab, actually. Well, no, actually, I'll stick with Com Sab, because that'll let us really stabilize the gauge right away, and then we can Com Rav and then do dual casting from there. Sinmed. Stick that down there. Start with that. I'll probably want 2 of these. I think I want 2 of Com Sab as well. Okay, that should work, just in case we're building the gauge up with dual casting and, well, maybe I just do 2 slash and burns, honestly. That should be fine. Okay. I think I'm okay with that. Oh, you recently swapped from Chrome to Firefox. It's always slow loading the first tab you open. Interesting. I don't think I have that issue too much with Firefox. I switched back to Firefox myself recently from Opera GX because, I don't know, Opera's, it wasn't doing as well with its ad blocker, basically. Like, its ad blocker wasn't actually ad blocking, so I said, no, there's a really good ad blocker on Firefox, so I'm just going to use that instead. Bye. And I don't know why I ever switched, because the ad blocker that was on Firefox is freaking incredible. It blocks everything. I like to imagine a Pyrofox yawning as it wakes up. Yeah, and I mean, that's fair, right? It could be a thing. We were trying to get Blitz for you, weren't we? Is it worth me trying to get Blitz for you? Well, you can get everything but Blitz if I just go like this. Is that worth it, though? I don't actually know, but a 380 to get that, and then I guess Commando's done at that point. Get Vanille stuff. Fun fact, if you get an ad on YouTube, you can just hit the back and forth arrows to evade it. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that. I have to keep that in mind in case I'm ever without a an ad blocker ever again. Okay, so that we're at the bottom, that we're at the bottom, and that we're at the bottom. And it's just passives, right? Yeah. So I guess we'll build Saboteur. HP Magic, HP Strength. HP Magic Strength. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. Got it, so we'll just build Saboteur. Oh yeah, that's right, because I was building Saboteur before this, and I got stopped. I was blocked from continuing. It wouldn't let me. Okay, anyway, well, since we upgraded Lightning's weapon up to, what was it, like level 3, I think? Might as well upgrade the Vega's up to level 3. Because, why not, right? Let's see, that would get us, we'd need 312 in order to continue, so I'll just use both of these fiber optic cables. That'll get it to level 3. Saz will always have a little bit more magic with his guns than he does with strength, at least with the Vegas. There are other weapons that he has later on that will have more strength than magic, but the one that I was thinking about using is called the Procyon, and it has more strength than magic, and I was thinking of using that because it has a good ability on it as well. The problem is the Procyon, I forget if I mentioned this earlier, they need dark matter in order to upgrade, and dark matter you don't really get any of at all until the post game, so I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel like waiting to upgrade a weapon from tier 1 to tier 2 until the post game. I feel like Saz would be sandbagging at that point, so maybe let's not do that today. Do I want to dismantle the Doctor's Code now? I kind of feel like it's not really doing me any good just sitting in my inventory, so maybe I'll dismantle it now. Like, I'm not equipping it anymore, and by the time I get the second accessory slot for everybody, it won't really be worth equipping anymore, so... But yeah, as you can see here, it gets you a vial of Fortisol, Aegisol, Ethersol as well, and an elixir. Ethersol, it restores your TP, but I pretty much usually just sell that for money. It's not something that I'm particularly interested in using because I don't use TP often enough for it to be like super worthwhile. So, and how much does it sell for? 500. I mean, that's not bad. I guess I could use it now, honestly, in order to get my TP back, but it's not like these guys can summon anything, so... Yeah, there's your elixir. I think there's only 4 of them in the entire game, if I remember correctly, and 3 out of those 4 come from you actually, like, dismantling Doctor's Codes. So there you go. Oh, yeah, actually, I should check how much the spark rings and stuff sell for, because I don't really know if I'm ever going to use these, honestly. I feel like we can get by without them, especially since Hope's getting, like, the bar spells now. Like, if I need the resistances, I'll probably just use bar fire or that sort of stuff, so I'm just gonna... Do I keep the Ember Ring? Because I know what's coming up for Saz in them. Spark Rings, I don't really think that'll be too useful anymore. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of all of them, whatever. We've got the extra HP on the Silver Bangles, we'll be fine. I think. Cutting some footage from that video you're gonna put in the server, everything fucking hurts. You can't feel your eyes. Oh, that's probably not good. You should probably take a break. Because you can't feel your eyes, and that's not a good thing. Alright, so there's a few enemies to fight around here, so let's go see what we can do about them. Huh? Somebody's 20-sided dice is moving around over here.
Don't worry, Saz. You'll be okay with me.
I'm sure, but do you know what that is? Because I do, and I don't like it. Okay, well, we got a preemptive strike, so it's probably fine. It's a bomb! Oh, and it heals from fire, so maybe don't use fire on it, Vanille. Just saying. It's a D20! You are taking a break to cut a little footage so you can all suffer with me. Oh, fun. I think those bomb fragments are also synthetic materials, unfortunately, so if you were hoping to use organic materials to get a whole lot out of this, no you aren't. Not yet, anyway. I forget if there's lots of bombs in the next couple of sections, but... Oh, while they're here... Oop, okay, they saw me. That's fine. We can make it without them, doing that. Oh, okay, they burn and then they heal themselves. Alright. I don't think I particularly need to saboteur these guys. I'm pretty sure I can get by without that, since... Oh, okay. Yeah, whenever you're ready, Saz. There you go. Whew!
The old man still got it.
I was just staring down an explosion and still managed to live through it, so that'll work. By the way, the TP that you recharge is directly based on how many stars you get in each fight. So if you keep getting 5 stars, you'll probably just get your TP back pretty quickly. That was almost bad. Yeah, Wolf's got to go now. All right, then, Devil Hunter, take it easy. We'll see ya. We'll be here till about 9:55. So.
Nothing to it.
Hooray, Saz!
All right, let's get across. Vanille, whenever you're ready. Do I have to hit a button, or do I just walk across this thing? I guess I just walk across this thing. We have a Pulsework Soldier and a bomb. Vanille? Are you sure about that? Alright, Preemptive Strike will make it a little easier. So we can hit the bomb up, and then we can hit up the soldier with some debuffs. Definitely not the soldier. Bomb first. There we go. And then Divide and Conquer. He's staggered, so that's good. I can get some damage off while Vanille gets Deep Protect and De-Shell on him. Alright, and then we can swap back over. I'm going to swap over now, actually. We should be back on, yeah, our stuff. Oh, okay. I guess we'll have to re-stagger him. That's fine. Man, why is his bar going down so quick? I think we'll only need 2 from there. Okay, only needed 1.
You should see your daddy now.
Be back in 5 minutes. For real, out. Alright, Devil Hunter, take it easy. We'll see you. More bomb fragments. More spark plug. That will work. I guess I can find out if it's synthetic, though. I can just go into my inventory and take a look at the components. Yes, it is, in fact, a synthetic material. Excuse me. There we go. So that's fine. We'll save them for when we get more organic materials. Maybe I'll wait to upgrade weapons again until the end of... Oh, I can't go that way, I guess.
Oh well. Looks like it doesn't work.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing over there that's important. Unless we feed it some power. How can we feed it power? Is there like a... Okay, so we just need to go that way. Nope, nothing that we can do there. So, I don't know if you get power up here and then you come back. What? But if you do, cool. If you don't, there's a treasure chest that's probably over there that I'm going to miss. And that's fine and dandy to me. Alright, let's see what we got over here. An auric armlet. Okay. What do you do? Critical shell. So here's how those work. So you start with an item that gives you shell or whatever status effect when you get to low HP. If you upgrade it to star level and then you use a catalyst to upgrade it into its next level, it turns into an item that gives you the ability automatically at the start of every fight. And it lasts about 60 seconds. So it's not terrible. I don't know if I would want that, though, to be honest. Yeah, definitely the bombs first. Okay, well, that one might explode. Okay, well, it's a good thing I was away from that. Just keep trying to get those on there, Vanille. Actually, if I tank him over here, it'll make it so we don't have to do as much healing. So, see if we can build the gauge all the way up with dual casting now. We don't have D-Shell on him, but that's okay. D-Protect will help when we get him up above the threshold here. Right about now. Do 1, 2, 3, and then back here. Oh, okay. Actually stop that for a second. Get the attacks going because he's got Deep Protect on, so that'll do more damage. And that's that.
I'm tougher than you thought, huh?
Alright, so that wasn't too bad. And again, you'll notice that the attacking thing with Saz is actually helping out quite a bit. Like, just attacking physically caused him to step back enough there where he actually dodged the self-destruct from the bombs that Vanille had to tank with her face. I would have had to switch to medic for that, probably. But Didn't have to in this particular notion because we stepped back enough. So I don't think we're going to get any more anything from our CP here. I'm pretty sure the both of you... Well, I know you can't get Blitz at the moment, so I'm just not even going to bother looking at yours. I'll just look at Vanille's, it's fine. And, oh, right, I went into Saboteur first. It's 320. Yeah, no, nobody can get a damn thing. That's fine. Okay, don't need to shop. I don't actually know why I bought up to 50 potions, if I'm being honest. I don't feel like we're gonna use them. Because, like, I don't think we're gonna need potions from here on out. I'm not using the doctor's code. I mean, I guess I might have some use for it. I think I just, like, that might have just been muscle memory, honestly, from playing, excuse me, 13-2, where you buy potions like crazy because potions are really good in that one because they restore a percentage of your HP rather than just a flat amount, and you can improve that amount of HP restored with the doctor's code, so. Alright, well, these little guys look kind of cute, but they will probably be the gremlins that they are saying they are. So, I guess just, okay. Well, that was easy. Probably means I'm not going to get 5 stars out of this, but that's okay. Don't remember anything about how upgrades work in this one, just remember farming in Chapter 11 for weeks for stuff. Yeah, so it's basically just use organic materials to build the EXP multiplier as high as you can get it, and then use synthetic materials in order to get a whole large chunk of experience for whatever item you're using. So I walked directly into that guy and he did not flinch. He was like, I'm not even gonna look at you. Literally, why? Why would it ruin first and then attack? Like, what are you thinking? Okay, that'll work. And now get this guy. I mean, I know what the game's thinking in that particular case. It's like, oh, okay, he has equal-ish attack and magic stats, so we can just use both, but... Yeah, no, please don't. At least we're getting organic materials out of this again, though. Because even though those guys look like they're synthetic, apparently they're not. There's another Ember Ring. I don't know, I might be kicking myself for selling those off, honestly. But probably not. It'll probably be fine.
Wow! Look at that! I wonder what it's for.
Probably the power source that we were looking for just a few minutes ago. So I'll bet you if we get this thing turned on, we can... well, there's some obstacles in the way. But if we get this thing turned on, we can probably go back to that section over there that was just cut off and we can get an item out of it. So, cool. Probably a good idea. Let's go take a look. Did you really spend 14 minutes on that one boss fight? You know, I could see it, honestly. Some of the boss fights take quite a long time in Chapter 11. So, alright, let's get rid of his backup first, and then we'll take care of the soldier himself. Ow. Deprotect on. See if we can get these shells so we can stabilize the gauge, and then we can go over to dual casting. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, and a go. Ow. Well, that wasn't very nice of him. I'm casting over here. Alright, off we go. Oh, and Tevi, the boss that chapter went down in less than 5, you were beyond overpowered. Yeah, I mean, at that point, in Chapter 11, you can get pretty damn overpowered in this game, so... I think we'll try to stay level, honestly. Like, I think we'll try to stay so that we're just, like, relatively even keel, so we're not super OP, because it's kind of easy to get OP in this game, I think, so... I'm going to try to, like, not... Like, that's the thing that I had to do in Final Fantasy II and in the Final Fantasy VIII playthroughs when I was planning them, and I'm still planning them, to be fair. But is that I kind of have to get it so that I'm not, like, super overpowered in both of those games. And I don't know, at certain points it can become problematic, right? To try to stay not overpowered. I think I did a pretty good job of it in my notes and stuff. I've got notes already for Final Fantasy VIII, and, well, 2 I know like the back of my hand, so I really don't have to worry about that part. So, we'll try to stay more underpowered than most people get. Like, most of the videos I see of Final Fantasy II online are like, they enter the final boss fight and they've got like 6,000 health. It's like, what the hell? How did you even get there? Oh, right, Death Knights and Pandemonium, because you didn't bother to figure out how the battle system of this game works. Got it. That makes a lot of sense. Bang! Bang! Sorry. I love the sound effects of Saz's guns in this game. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm going to make him the second party leader, is just because I just love how his guns sound. Like, the sound effect of the guns shooting is pretty great, and then when you get higher ATB gauges for him later, and he can combine them into the rifle, and it makes the little... That sound is just so satisfying. Being overpowered is a good thing in GBA Chain of Memories. Your wall boss was Captain Hook. You literally had 0 HP upgrades by that... Oof. Yeah, oh, 0 HP upgrades on Hook in GBA Chain of Memories sounds like pain. Oh man, I mostly go for HP upgrades in GBA Chain of Memories, to be fair. But we'll get to GBA Chain of Memories. Oh, don't you worry about that. I'm actually not planning on playing RE Chain of Memories. Even though that's probably, for a lot of people, the superior version. I'm not as big a fan of it, honestly. It's just, I don't know, something about it. It just bugs me. I think it's the translation, because it was English translated after Haley Joel Osment went through puberty. So it sounds like Sora went through puberty, like, immediately after KH1, rather than over the course of the year that takes place in between KH1 and KH2. So, I'm going to need to symbiosis this. That's okay. Let's get rid of this guy, and then that should make it a little easier. Oh, literally, why? He's casting so slow. Why would you do this, auto battle? What did I do to deserve this? Alright, I'm gonna need to heal in a second, but that's fine. Just use it so we can switch to Sin Med. Alright, so, Vigilance for me. Thank you, Vanille. Vigilance for Vanille. Comsab. And off we go. Oh, I only had one attack queued. Whoops. Well, this will be a quick one. Quick turnaround. Alright, there we go. Next. I was going to say, please don't have Flame Strike queued in here. I don't want to do that again. Look, you took nothing but CP upgrades. You didn't realize you were a little kid. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, you know? That just happens. It's fine. But it does sound like pain, though. Like, your little kid self was not having a good time there. Nice, we got 5 stars on that one. I wasn't expecting it when we didn't get the preemptive, but that's fine. I think we handled that one pretty well, though, all things considered. By the way, I like Vigilance as a buff. I don't know if that was clear from when I explained it last time, but I like it because it lowers your threshold for staggering, and it increases your likelihood to stagger enemies, so... And that is way more useful than I think people give it credit for. Because sometimes you'll stagger an enemy right out of their attack animation, which is pretty substantial sometimes. Usually that doesn't happen unless they're smaller, so like those Pulsework soldiers aren't going to get staggered out of their attack animations anytime soon, but for smaller enemies it can be pretty useful because then they don't whack you upside the head as much. No, I got it. Okay. The bomb was looking at me, so I said, I'll just sprint at him, but I guess I didn't have to. Bomb. Oh, good. Thank you for hitting that guy before the thing went away, because that would have been a problem. Oh, we're going to lose this stagger almost immediately, though. Because we staggered him with Ravager rather than Commando, we will lose it very quickly. I'm just going to do this, actually. Alright, yeah, I'll just do one more round of this. It's fine. She can stand pat, and then we'll dual cast. Just want to stabilize the gauge a little bit before we start dual casting, you know. And I know I was flame striking before. I might start doing that again, but I'm figuring it's probably better to do fire, arrow, fire, because then we can stagger them faster. So, I guess in this particular case it wouldn't have mattered because he was almost dead anyway. But, you know. Wasn't joking when you said you were bad at games as a kid. I don't know if that's bad, though, because if you're still, like... I don't know in that particular case if you were managing to beat GBA Chain of Memories, because it's pretty tough, and if you're, you know, coming up with a wall like that, it can be problematic, but if you manage to beat it despite that inclement challenge, come in, then good on you, because good lord, man, I can't see it. I can't see myself doing it. Cole's here!
What day is it?
Good question. Yeah, I don't do that. Saz, maybe step back a little more. Okay, well, that works.
I was expecting that explosion.
Vanille is gone. Vanille is gone. It's supposed to be highlighting her. She's probably still in the stratosphere from that self-destruct. Bye, Vanille.
I was fully expecting that explosion to be full screen and then the battle just end.
Yeah.
Like, cut to results.
Let's give this
Yeah.
a shot.
Just.
Pretty much.
4 control panels.
Well, this is number 4, so that should give this thing power.
Aha! It's alive!
Alright, Igor. Slow your roll. Well, anyway, that supplies power to this whole area, so we should be able to backtrack to that one that needed power that Vanille mentioned, and we should be able to grab that. And then we can move forward
Not the only thing we will
after we fight all those guys.
We can take him.
Marie says, good evening. Kid U is in Enigma. Never beat the final boss. Beat everything else, though. I mean, that's still pretty good, all things considered. That's nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure. Oh, that's backwards. Okay, I'm like looking at it like, wait, that's forwards. No, this is forwards. Alright. Watch the server for suffering, she says as well. Great.
I love pain.
Do I save here? I'm gonna save here, actually. Actually, I think I'm gonna, because I can get Blitz now for Saz, so let's just work on that real quick. Hang on. Components, sort. Well, we only have 4 organic components, so I don't think that's gonna be something we worry about just yet. We'll keep collecting, and then we'll go from there, but... okay, so... yes, Blitz. Let's do it. Okay, Blitz acquired. Saz is now OP. Because Saz's Blitz works a little different from everybody else's Blitz. It might be unclear how exactly it works. It's like, wait a minute, everybody else that uses Blitz, like Lightning does Blitz, and it's in an AoE, like she does it in a circle around her. Saz has guns. How's that gonna work? Well, I'll show you. It actually couldn't come at a better time either, because we've got a large chunk of enemies over there to fight, so if we can get a preemptive on them and then blitz them, that would be pretty sweet. Yeah, so that's why we're going back, to get the other machine that needed power. Compressing the video will explicitly mention you two so you can see why you disappeared for so long. Yeah, fair enough. It will give us something to marvel at, I'm sure. Like the last one, Jesus Christ. Do I fight these guys again, or do I just Decepticol my way through? I guess I can show the Decepticol thing I was talking about if I do it now. Okay, so you use your Decepticol, right? And this lets you sneak past enemies without fighting them. So this is if you wanted to do like no encounters or something like that. If you want to do a low-level version of 13, you would just use your Decepticol, run past the enemies. Oh, I think Cole's already watching it.
You caught another one?
Oh boy.
No, you caught another one?
Oh, the shiny, yeah.
God
I
damn it,
caught a
Jim.
shiny Flittle as well as the shiny, whatchamacallit. Okay, so you see how it's running out there? So basically, when you see it doing that, blinking, You run into an enemy group, and then while you're in the... I was kind of hoping it was going to last long enough for me to get here, but you run into the enemy group while it's blinking, then you press start, and you click retry, and that will give you back the Decepticol. It'll refund it for you, so...
Oh, I got this thing figured.
Anyway, there's 3 Pulsework soldiers down here. Let's go see what they've got in store for us. I've got a bad feeling about this fight, but I'll do it anyway. Don't think a preemptive would have helped us very much here. So, I mean, I guess I could have tested Blitz out in that particular case, but... Alright, so first things first, probably go Comsab after this just to get that out of the way. Ouch. Ouch. And I think I'll go Sin Med. Yeah, I think I'll go Sin Med because that'll get us Bravery and Faith, I think. I'll get Bravery on Saz. And then we'll get Faith on Vanille. Probably going to need that in order to continue with this. Alright, slash and burn the guy so we can restabilize the gauge. Saz seems to be aiming in some strange direction that I don't understand. Alright, dual cast him up on the stagger. Flame Strike's more useful now because I've got the, whatchamacallit, so I should probably heal. Hold on. Hang in there, Vanille! Okay. Let's get rid of this guy real quick, and then we'll go to Symbiosis again. Okay, that should be that guy dead. Give us Vigilance. Go ahead and get the healing going, and then Divide and Conquer again. Alright, and same thing for this guy. I'm gonna top myself off with a potion real quick, though. Probably do another one in like 2 seconds after Vanille gets Deprotect on him. Oh, okay, she's prioritizing D-Shell. That's fine. Alright, anyway. Yeah, you know what? Let me potion again. Especially since this guy is running directly towards me. Absolute intent to kill. I'm just gonna not... hang on. Just do this. There we go. Vanille, keep casting on him. We'll be fine. Actually, if you stand right there, we might be able to do some cool stuff with this. Alright, get Bravery reestablished. When you recast a buff, it will just refresh the timer on it. So, there you go. I didn't get any... Oh no, the debuffs are on him. Never mind. Actually, you come closer so I can test out Blitz on you. Sorry. Basically, Saz's Blitz, when they're close to you, you get a whole bunch of damage off on it because it's lower attack multipliers than the normal attacks, but he shoots 7 times, which means it's automatically better than chaining up. Basically, 1 Blitz is better than 2 attack commands if they're that close, or if they're large enemies. Large enemies also being that close will cause them to take more damage when they get blitzed, so... It's a 4-star, but we were pretty close, honestly. I'm happy with that, considering. Is it bad that you purposely avoided haste in this one? It's so OP, but you have slow. Yeah, and slow, honestly, I mean, it does almost the same thing for you, effectively. It's like, okay, I just debuff the enemy, and then there we go. I don't know, some Final Fantasy games, I find haste to be super OP in. Like, I don't use it in Final Fantasy V at all, because it's so damn OP in that game. Like, I still use chemists, and I give certain characters haste, but with the chemistry mixes, but I don't use haste itself, because I think it's just too OP.
Also, unrelated,
yeah.
I just want to point out that you fought 3 robots. That took you 4 minutes.
Yes, it did, because they have a lot of resistance to stagger. And we still managed to 4-star the fight, so I'm kind of happy with that. Run, Saz, run! Okay. Do we fight these guys again? I know we fought them already, but I might fight them again. Oh, he's staring right at me. Hello's 20-sided die. Alright, preemptive strike and then blitz him. And we'll see how that works. Daka 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 daka.
Oh, he's dead.
Daka 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 daka. Okay, he's not quite there, but that's fine. You get the point. Oh, he's staggered already. Good. He won't be staggered for long because Vanille's the one that staggered him, but we can get D-Protect and D-Shell up on him and that'll be fine. Stabilize the gauge while he's there. I'm not 100% sure if status effects are more effective if they're staggered when you inflict them. I usually find that just trying to inflict them while they're in the process of getting staggered is a little bit better, personally. Like, just inflicting them to build the gauge up because it stabilizes the gauge so well, I find that a little bit easier, personally. Do it. Kill him. Good work.
I was fully expecting you to do something just to turns to dust.
So possibly, here's the thing, right, is that Saz has access to Blitz now. So I'm thinking if I use haste in this game, I would definitely give it to Saz in particular cases where he's,
Just like I planned it.
You planned for
no.
Minor hitch.
Like, have him basically use haste when he has Blitz, because when he has Blitz, obviously being able to shoot faster and faster would be pretty damn useful. So, all right, 2 Pulsework soldiers and 2 gremlins. This is a rough one. 3 gremlins even. I'm gonna just have to solve this one too, just because I can Daka Daka as soon as it happens. See if we get the rifle. Nope. Okay, that's fine. I thought we were going to. Yep. Blitz the gremlins. And do it again. And the other thing about it is that it hits in a cone, so, like, anything in front of him will also get hit, which is pretty useful, in my opinion. Alright, that staggers that guy, and it staggered him with a, whatchamacallit, so it actually should be pretty good for it. It should stay up for longer because we staggered him with the Saboteur. That's good. I'll just potion, I think, once we take care of this guy, and that should be enough, I think. Get us through the fight. Swap over. Pop one of these, and that should be enough for the whole fight, I think. Alright, we got that on, so let's dual cast it up. Yeah, that Deceptisol was very worthwhile. It made this fight a lot simpler than it would have been without it. Can't keep doing that, though, because it's not like we're going to get a lot of Deceptisols. We're already past the point of no return in terms of their drop rates, if I remember correctly. Like, in the earlier chapters, you actually have a higher chance of finding Deceptisols in the early chapters. They have a higher drop rate, which is why everybody farms for them in the early chapters. The further you go, the lesser it gets, to the point where I think you get to, like, chapter 6 or 7 in this game, and they have, like, they're down to their normal drop rates, which is, like, 0.5% per battle, which is not particularly high. So. Alright, let's see what's up here. I don't remember what this might be,
Not a problem.
so we're gonna find out. Oh, that took us back where we started from. Okay, so if you didn't want to fight all the enemies over here, I guess you could go back where you started from. That one won't take us any old place, so since we already have established all of that, let's go back on the elevator and then head back towards that gigantic group of enemies that we saw when we opened the gate. Probably have to fight a couple of guys on the way, but that's okay. End up fighting them anyway. They wouldn't have respawned, I don't think, if we went past this part. Like, if we had... Actually, I think these gremlins over here would have respawned when we fought them here. Like, if we had fought them here when I was demonstrating the Deceptisol thing. But since we didn't... Excuse me, we can just fight them again. I keep... okay, I understand now, because I'm thinking, oh, the little light things, that's where their eyeballs are, but no. Their eyeballs are the larger circles, so that's why I was getting confused. I was like, wait a minute, where's, isn't he looking directly at me? And it's like, no, actually he is not.
Encounter with 3 robots, 4 minutes. Encounter with gremlins, 30
12 seconds, actually. And some organic material. So probably since we were looking for organic material, it might have been better to actually, like, fight them, huh? Oh, well. Oh, look, more gremlins. But yeah, see the larger circles on the front that are in the smaller, they're in closer proximity to one another? That's, those are their actual eyes, so... Okay, well, that's not really going to work anymore, so... I'll wait, because she might, yeah, kill that guy, and then I can just do this. There we go.
I'm tougher than you thought, huh?
You know, you don't have to move your neck like that the whole time. Oh, we got a Fortisol out of that fight. Okay. Well, there's that 0.5% drop rate. Although I think it's actually a little higher at the moment. I think it's like a 2 or 3% drop rate at the moment. So, oh look, all the enemies over here respawned. Isn't that great? And they're laughing at me. That's fun. Okay, we'll get rid of his backup first. I didn't repeat, but that's fine. I know how to do this. Alright, let's divide and conquer this guy. Stabilize the gauge, get D-Protect and D-Shell on him. Vanille will get another debuff soon, just not yet. I want to get another round of attacks off before I go, because that'll stabilize the gauge a little more. There we go. I'll just Flame Strike him, it's fine. Start blasting like Danny DeVito again. It's unfortunate when Vanille gets staggered out of her animation like that, because she has such a long startup time for her attack animations, like when she's casting. And like Hope, she actually doesn't get a physical attack until way later in the game, so she always has to deal with that startup where she like jumps and then moves her arm. So it's unfortunate when she gets staggered, which is why I might honestly opt for some vigilance accessories later. I'm not sure yet if I will, but like there's one that you can get later that's like critical vigilance, and then if you upgrade it, it turns into auto vigilance. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna invest in that yet, or if I'm just gonna get like whatever else I can find, you know. That being said, we have 10 Fortisol, which is more than I'll need for every major boss of every chapter going forward now, so that's kind of nice. Now all we need is Aegisols, but if we don't have those, I guess it's fine, you know. It's not a huge deal. What was I working on here? It's not this. Oh, I think it was just because I was working in Commando, so that's why. Okay, 380 for each one there, and this one is the same. HP or magic? I'll take the HP. That's fine. We're going to need to get a little more CP from the enemies starting in the next chapter in order to really bank on all this stuff. Let's see. Okay, so she can build that all the way up soon. But not quite yet, because we need 320 and she's at 242. Alright. And very shortly, we should be done with Chapter 4. I'm pretty sure once we get past this big group here, I think that's about it, honestly. So, oh look, another vial of Fortisol. Thank you. Now I can use that for the bosses of, I don't know, the next 17 chapters. 11 chapters, even. Okay, well, I was going to turn around and use that Fortisol right now, but since I was not fast enough, let's just attack and hope for the best. I think with these bombs, they self-destruct when their bar gets full. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. Well.
Oh
no! Alright, heal yourself. I'll give myself bravery. I'll give you faith. Saz, give her faith. There you go.
Leave it to me.
I know you got staggered out. I understand, but we gotta make it work anyway. Do that again, and then we'll dual cast it up. You know what I think it is, though? I think she's prioritizing D-Shell because she has faith, so maybe I should not give her faith. Because I want her to get both debuffs on one enemy first, and then get both debuffs on the other enemy second. So, oh well, that's fine. Alright, hang on. We'll heal in a sec. Get rid of this guy first. Alright, now heal. Get vigilance for myself. Repeat, give it to Vanille. Divide and Conquer. I don't know if he has the buffs. Okay, he's got D-Shell, but not D-Protect, so that's fine. We'll just do that up real quick. Yeah. And now we'll go Comrav. Because double Rav at this point I think would not be stable enough. So let's do this for one turn, and then do this. Now we should be stable. We're fine. Don't think about the headache, Saz. It'll be a lot more of a headache if we die. Kill faster, and then we won't die. There.
Shoot them faster.
Saz, pull the trigger faster. We still got 5 stars. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I find like the rhythm of this game's combat system to be very rewarding, honestly. Like it doesn't seem like it would be very much fun at first glance. Like, ah, really? Like all you do is stand around and wait for them to attack. But I think this is one of the better versions of the ATB system that they've ever made. It's engaging without it being too overwhelming, I think. And if it ever is too overwhelming, you can just press the start button and just think about your next move. So I think it's pretty great anyway, myself. Is it the best one out of all the 18? Well, I don't know. A lot of the ones from 4 through 9 were pretty similar, so it's kind of hard to judge. I think this one's probably the most engaging.
We gotta sleep somewhere.
So,
This look okay?
Yeah. Fine by me.
oh, she found a blanket from some. You know, she finds a lot of stuff just randomly without really
All set.
trying.
Okay, good night.
How does she manage that one?
Not a care in the world.
Well, I mean, she's a kid, Saz, to be fair. She's like 16.
Oh,
Wow.
What?
You're not allowed to have the blanket, Saz. This is my
do
territory.
not cross this line. Understood?
He's 36. What do you think he's gonna do?
Grow up.
And good night again.
Did you just go to sleep
Wow.
already?
Wow. Of course, now the problem is you're gonna have to sleep on the dirt and the rocks, and that is not gonna be good for your back in the morning. Trust me when I tell you. I'm 32 and I already can't sleep like that without my back hurting. Oh, hi, Chickabo. I haven't seen you in 3 chapters. Oh, okay. I see that one of us has crossed this line.
Still a kid.
She's having nightmares, says. She needs the support.
Fucking chocobo shit.
Alright, and I believe that's the end of Chapter 4. Getting everybody out of the Vile Peaks. Oh, I guess it's not, because it says it's not. Interesting. Well, either way, that's the end of this episode of Final Fantasy XIII, the stream edition, because I didn't know this chapter ran this long. So, well, there's a cutscene. You know, let's watch the cutscene. Why not? And then it might be the end of the chapter, because I was like, no, wait, we're all out of the Vile Peaks. Why is there more? Let's watch the cutscene. We'll find out. This might be why, because now it's showing us what's happening to Snow and this chick. What in the hell is that thing? Alright, now I've seen the Dreadnought Leviathan before, but this is just ridiculous.
Look at you.
Snow,
Wonder what's under the hood of that.
don't be so enamored,
Keep your pants on.
because they might kill you when you go aboard that thing.
You'll get a peek soon enough. Just try and behave.
You make it sound so dirty.
I'm not gonna make any promises.
Cheeky boy, aren't you? We'll see how long that lasts.
What are you gonna do, whip him into shape? Boy, I hope not. Sarah would kill him, and then she'd kill you. That airship is overkill AF. Oh my god, yeah. Like, what do they use it for? They don't need something like that to fight Pulse. They're fighting with, like, patchwork objects by comparison. Like, they just put shit together with random stuff. And this is, like, super high-tech bullshit that they don't even need. Then again, I guess when you live in a world that's like this, where you can just make excess shit by asking the fal'Cie nicely.
He's come to meet you.
It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. But this is the Lindblum. I forget if we ever go aboard this again. This is the Guardian Corps ship, which means Lightning was here at some point. So she probably answered to this guy. Unless she was just not in his unit, which is possible.
You must be Snow. Sid Raines, Brigadier General.
Oh, hi, Noctis's clone.
Hi, Sid. Thanks for the escort.
Who is also Sid in this game.
Apologies.
Yeah, I can't shake your
I just had a
hand.
few
I'm kind of
questions to
bound.
ask you. If it works like they tell us, that means she must have fulfilled her
So what are you gonna... Okay, deal with her.
Fulfilled her focus as a tainted pulse l'Cie.
Yeah, thanks. That's my girlfriend.
Think she was out to hurt Cocoon?
I'd hardly be alone if I did. When it comes to Pulse, who could claim to know anything?
The people from Pulse.
I need the truth for the sake of
Maybe we should
Cocoon.
just ask them
For
nicely.
the sake of Cocoon. We're from Cocoon. Shipping us out, purging innocent people. That's how you lend us a hand?
I love how they need like 3 guys to
Those are
hold
the
him back.
Sanctum's methods. The public fears what
He is
doesn't
built
show.
different.
It's grown tired of living in constant terror of these threats from the world below. So, the Sanctum devised a plan for you, l'Cie.
I'll bet.
And what plan could it...
Public execution.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
The people don't know any better. Strike down the phantoms before their eyes, and they sleep like babes.
What?
No!
Ow. He doesn't really think before he does he?
Not a goddamn brain cell in his head.
You'll never catch them.
I see. We'll need your help then, won't we?
What is that supposed to mean? What kind of help could Snow possibly cause by being, well, Snow?
Meathead.
Well, we'll have to find out later because for now it's flashback time. Back to day 7 in the seaside city of Bodom.
I can't wait for this cutscene.
You're kidding, right?
Just this cutscene's an hour and then it's the end of chapter 4. Oh boy.
You can't drop the breakup bomb like
Especially since I'm planning on marrying you.
that. All right, I guess. Yep.
Wait, what do you mean they broke up on day 7 and then got engaged on day 11?
Then we did. And now I know there's something better. Being with you.
Wait, this is right after she got branded, isn't it?
We've come too far to quit now.
It's not your choice.
You really want to leave me?
I don't want to. I have to. Listen, it's over.
Because
Just stay away
you're
from
afraid of what'll happen?
At least tell me that. If it was something I did, just say it.
Okay, now don't be like Hope, Sarah. Say your piece before you go.
Okay.
Why was she sneaking around the Pulse fal'Cie before this anyway?
Branded by
Like, what
Pulse.
was the point of it?
I'm a l'Cie,
It's crazy what happens
enemy
when
of
two
Cocoon.
fucking people communicate.
Yeah, really.
Danger to us all.
Well, that's a problem.
Get it now?
So we went back almost a week? Yeah, something like that, yeah. And apparently a week changed a lot.
Goodbye.
Sarah, you might want to put the bandage back on so that everybody in town doesn't, like, instantly brand you. Like King Neptune when he took off his crown. Bald! Bald!
Sarah!
Go after her, you idiot!
Oh no! My heroic blue screen of death! It prevented me from chasing my wife.
Oh no. What, you need to slow down and take a breather? She's 18 and she's like 100 pounds lighter than you.
Sarah.
There's no way she got away from you. Oh, okay. I guess I have to play as Snow now in order to find Sarah. Alright then. Do I have access to his... Okay, I don't have access to all his stuff, but he has almost 4,000 CP to play with when we get him back. So that's fun. I was going to say, maybe I can unequip Power Circle while I'm here. But no, unfortunately they won't let me. I don't think there's any treasure to be had here, though, so I'm just going to try to find her.
What's with the long face? You and Sarah have
Yeah, you could say that. Well, that doesn't really answer my question, but I'm pretty sure she's where she always is. So let's just go find her if I can get on this tiny-ass pier. It's a long walk on a short pier here, Snow. Think you overleveled. Snow came back with 12k CP. Just a little bit, maybe. But then again, we've still got 5, 6, and 7. So we've got 3 more chapters. 2 more chapters before we'll see Snow again. So, like, as a playable character. So it's probably fine.
Sarah!
We're not quite there yet, but we'll get there.
What is your focus? L'Cie have a focus, right? I'll go with you. Help you do it. Just let
Maybe keep your voice down so all of the town doesn't...
No! If you're with me, the sanctum
I will be with you. No matter what. We've come too far to quit now.
I don't know.
Gonna give Snow credit. Motherfucker's committed.
I don't know my focus. I'm gonna be a monster.
Not if I'm here. I'll protect you.
He is young and in love. So that's the commitment for him.
Do it together. Okay?
Even though he really has no waking idea what to do from here. See, the problem, right, is that, like, he's giving her hope, but it's a false hope. Because he has no waking idea what to do either. Like, it's one thing to give people hope in the face of despair like this, but it's another thing to lead them out of it, right? Which is where Snow has the disconnect. That's why he can't be leader, is because he can't lead people.
They wouldn't call it eternity if you died.
Oh, you poor bastard.
You'll see. You and me will always be together.
You wish. See, I know what happens to the two of them in 13 too, and Jesus Christ, man.
All that she had waiting. Nothing would have changed.
He said the forbidden game.
Sarah was brave enough
mentioned it.
to face
It's too late in the stream. We can't go off on 13-2 today.
Oh, I'll save it for next time. I'll charge it.
Cole will bank his rant about Final Fantasy 13-2, and we'll come back on the next episode of Final Fantasy 13-1, the stream edition.
Assuming it lets you out.
It's letting me out, because I can save now. And then we'll talk about how the hell we're going to get Saz, Vanille, Lightning, and Hope out of this entire mess. I don't remember which one we play as first in Chapter 5, but I guess we're going to find out when we come back, aren't we? The Gift of Eternity. Yeah, about that. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I'll see all of you on the next one, which will be on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, everybody, take care, and have a good one. Oh, and I should have notes, actually, by Thursday's stream this time. I promise. What do you mean you don't believe me?